Oh man, we live, baby. We live. We lit, baby. We lit. Cheers. All right, we're back again, baby. We're back again. Let me know if everybody's actually up in the building with me. I know we were supposed to start at a few seconds earlier than the time we started right now, but finally we are live. We are live before 8 o'clock, as actually proposed from beforehand. Ooh, there's the feedback. Let me just mute the mic. There you go. All right, family, let me know if you can all hear me. Please just leave some comments down below so I know it is real. I'm actually going to send the link out so everybody else can actually join in who is supposed to join in. That's you, Medicine Man, and everybody else, okay? So just bear with me. We're setting things up at present, and then we're going to go into the live stream. Yeah. What's good? Ooh, 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 ooh. Lady Divine's up in the building. PO is here as well. Red Nose, Troublesome. Yeah, Darian Black. US is in the building. Oh, sugar. Johnny Mandem. Greetings, Kalam El Hack. What's up, Kalam? Long time no see between the lines, says Sam Con says, we back, baby. We back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button, of course. Just realize I haven't actually been promoting it as I should be. Okay, so forgive me. Last week I did promote a little bit better than this week. So please, if you have the capacity to, just hit the like button. Let everybody know the Titans TV is live right about now. Yeah. All right. So, ooh, Brother Bay's up in here as well. I'm just going to show him, but let me just remove him for present. We're going to speak to everybody soon. I'm just waiting for, the good brother. The good brother Gabs, Medicine Man, to just drop by. Medicine Man, hey, yo, Medicine Man, where are you? We're all waiting for you. Yeah. Okay. So we did promise that we're going to do a fact-checking series. And there hasn't been much out to do fact-checking on itself. But what's amazing, I'm hoping that everybody has actually caught up to the debate between Dr. David Wood and Dr. J. Smith, okay, on the existence of Muhammad. It was a very powerful debate, in my personal, humble opinion. It was beautiful to see two Christian brothers arguing a case that's impacting, that's very impactful within inside of their ministry itself. So it was really good, really good. They had two different sides of the stories itself. You got let me know, like, who's are you favoring right about now? Did anybody actually change your mind at all? Are you wavering? Are you in doubt? Or are you more convicted than before? Please let me know. Wow. Okay, so let me just quickly see. Yeah, Callum is back. All right, Lady Spades up in here. Nice to see you, brother Callum, aka, as they say in Speaker's Corner. Yeah. When are we going to get the lessons about jinn being the man? We'll do a lot of these things. No, how can you fact check J. Smith? Question mark. Oh man, Jason will wipe the floor with David Wood. Ooh. Okay. Should I even go there on who do I think wiped the floor with who? Nah, I don't even want to, because I think it was a good portrayal of information from both sides. Like the information that Jay Smith was putting out is half brand new information. When I mean half brand new information, it's to say that most people haven't heard this information before. Like they're not familiar with this type of information, and it kind of goes back prior, like it goes way back, to be honest with you. Like Wansberg and all them people there way back were kind of putting out this information. So this is like old school information, but it's finally being caught up with inside of the layman or the popular, the masses, so to speak. But in academia, this has been going on for quite some time, like, to be honest with you. But I'm not even going to go there. I don't want to take the shine off nobody. So yeah, it was real good. The haters are in the building. Get the electrics on. Kalam is back. Oh, sugar. See me, another thing with all of this stuff, yeah, like I appreciate both sides and what they're putting out. But me, on the other hand, yeah, I lean more towards J. Smith in my approach, meaning historical approach, right? And academia. Like I lean more towards that side. But what's frustrating me on all of this here is that nobody talks about the importance of the Africans, of the Ethiopians, of the Nubians, and things of that sort and that nature. Everybody's talking about the Byzantium, the Sassanids. and so forth and so forth. Like, and everybody wants to say, yes, but Muhammad was from the north and like, but I'm like, yo, fam, are you not actually reading the traditions themselves and the historical records? Everybody's like, the two great major powers were these two. No, the Ethiopians were running things. If you want to find the historical Muhammad, you have to look within inside of what was going on with Ethiopia. That's where you have to find it, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to burst nobody's bubbles right now. So let me go in and see what's good. Much respect to Brother Kalam. It's been too long. Yeah. All right. Still, hey yo, I'm still waiting for you. Gabs, let me know if you're here. Like, let me just send the link once more. Let me send the link. Okay. But before we start on this whole analysis of, like, you know, the debate and so forth, yeah, what I want to do, I don't know, is my let me just close down a few apps because it's just appearing that my image is just cutting in and out. I'm not too sure if it actually is or not. Did Muhammad first run to Ethiopian Christians before he went to Medina? You know, like, this is the stuff that nobody talks about. Like, nobody talks about Ethiopia and the importance, the world power that Ethiopia was. Like, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that at all. Like, the Byzantians, the Persians, all of them is bowing to the power of Ethiopia. Like, and nobody's talking about, like, what's going on with the Ethiopians or the Achaemenid Empire during the supposed Islamic conquest or the Islamic era. It was nothing to do with Islam, in my humble opinion. Just gonna have to throw it out there. It's not, all you know about Islam, yeah, in the early stages has nothing. There was no religion called Islam in the early stages. It was Ethiopians, okay, Ethiopians going out and conquering. They were all Ethiopians. They weren't these pale Arabs that most people think about. No, it was Ethiopians, all of them. But anyways, I'm going to hush my mouth on that because that's very controversial. I don't think people are ready for that just yet. But we're going to get into that because hopefully it looks like, you know, Christians are now going into academia and the historical side of things of what was going on during that time. So it's going to be wonderful to really get into some real information. But anyways, all right. Last week I made a comment. Okay, last week I made a comment about Muhammad and a picture with inside of the Caba of Jesus and Mary and so forth, right? And I said I will give you some information on it, but unfortunately, like, the time wasn't permitting, and there was nothing that I could give at present because I didn't have my information up. Okay, so today I'm going to quickly do that. I'm going to talk about Muhammad being the lover of Christ. Yeah, the lover of Christ. I don't mean that in any, I don't even know, perverted way or anything like that. And I don't mean to cause controversy in a negative way. Okay. I want to put out some information that hopefully will bring Christians a little bit closer to Muhammad and Muslims to open up their mind about early Islam, because the Islam that's out there today is definitely a later development to what was going on during the time of, you know, if Muhammad existed at all, going on during the early Muslim or during the early time of Muhammad and so forth. So we're going to go into all of that stuff, okay? We're definitely going to go into that. Woo! King Tyrese is up in the building. Was good, my brother. All right, so let me start off, actually. Let me start off because it's going to be very interesting and very intriguing, okay? Because people's like, show me the dalil, show me the evidence. So let's go into that whilst we're waiting for everybody to just come in. Okay, so there is a very beautiful story, okay? A very, very beautiful story, depending on how you look at it, within inside of the Sirah, okay? This is the biography of Muhammad. The very first biography that the world ever knew about Muhammad was written by Ibn Ishaq, okay? Later on, it was edited and redacted, and stuff was taken out by Ibn Hisham. But the very first thing was Ibn Ishaq. If you wanted to know about Muhammad, that was the go-to information, go-to place to find out who this person was, okay? Ibn Ishaq. And so I'm going to pull on some information from Ibn Ishaq. And I'm also going to pull on some very powerful information from the historian Al-Azraq, okay? Now, these people was writing roughly, okay, they're all in the 9th century, but 800s, okay? Roughly in the 800s onwards, okay? They were writing about the history of Mecca. Okay, they're writing about the history of Mecca. They're writing about the Kaaba itself. It's the very first historian, very well-renowned individual called Azraqi. So we're going to be pulling from these two information sources themselves, and it's going to have some very shocking things that will make you rethink Islamic belief, Islamic views, and the treatment of Christians or Christian artifacts as such. All right. So if you're ready, we're going to actually go into that. We're going to go into that. So there is accounts, so to say, there's accounts of there being images of Jesus, sweet baby Jesus, and Mary within inside of the Kaaba, along with all different types of idols and so forth, right? And I made mention that when there was the conquest of Mecca and Muhammad was going inside of the Kaaba and he was clearing out all of the things that were, idolatrous or what he deemed as being unfit to be in a place of worship, he erased every single thing inside there except from one artifact, one piece. Okay, one piece. And what was that piece? That was an image, a picture of, as I said before, sweet baby Jesus on the lap of the Queen of Heaven herself, our Blessed Lady Mary. Okay, that was the one image he kept in there. One image. Okay, I'll show you the information shortly, but I want to say this. That story has so much implications. It's so unbelievable. For example, I thought you said that there's no pictures allowed in Islam, fam. Like, you see people of now years railing up. No, you can't draw images. No images of human beings are allowed. No images of prophets are allowed. But I wonder, if your prophet was alive today, as we're seeing, images of prophets and saints were clearly allowed. Muhammad permitted those images according to these records. Not true? So where do you not get this information from? Of course, it comes later on during traditions where people were making up stories and putting in the mouth of Muhammad. But, like, how does it come about? How does it come about? How does it come about? But anyways, let me stop talking and let me give you some information, okay? Let me give you some information right now. I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to pull up Ibn Ishaq first and foremost. Yeah, let me pull up Ibn Ishaq first and foremost. Let's see if I'm going to do some screen sharing. Okay, share screen. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, applications window. There we go. Let's see. Share. Boom. Okay, there we go. Am I able to enlarge this image at all? Am I able to enlarge it? Let's see if I'm able to enlarge it, just so we can read it. There we go. Ooh, is it too enlarged? I think it's too enlarged. There we go. There we go. Is that enough? No, I think just a little bit. Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's see. Can I do that? If I enlarge it by that means, and I do this, and I do this. Perfect. We can all see that, right? Yeah. And the video might be out of sync because I'm seeing that there is some type of issues going on. So let's go. All right. So it says here, okay, so this is a report from Ibn Ishaq, okay, from Hakim ibn Abad, Ibn Hanif, and other traditionalists. Quraysh had put pictures in the Kaaba, including two of Jesus, son of Mary, and Mary, on both whom be peace. Ibn Shihab said, Asma, so it's another account now. So Ibn Ishaq saying another account, okay? So we first have the Sanad. Some people say, but is it authentic? No, go and check the Sanad in it. Sanad is a chain of narration. Go and check it if you have problems with it. So there's another one here. It says, Ibn Shihab said, Asma, daughter of Shakr, said that a woman of Ghassan, there was Hassanids were another Arab Christian tribe. Okay, so this Arab Christian woman joined in the pilgrimage of the Arabs, and when she saw the picture of Mary in the Kaaba, she said, "My father and my mother be your ransom. You are surely an Arab woman." Very interesting. That's another thing that we could question for another time, but let's continue. The apostle ordered that the pictures should be erased, except those of Jesus and Mary. Okay? All right. This isn't Kalam making this up. This isn't, I don't know, Christians making this ish up. This is in Islamic records from Ibn Ishaq, giving you the chains of narrations that the pictures of Jesus and Mary should not be erased. All right, that's one source. I'm going to draw for another source real quickly. Okay, just let me just draw for another source. Okay, so we can get a nice picture of certain things. Let's go over here. All right. So this is coming from Al-Azraqi's work. Okay, again, of the pictures of Isa ibn Maryam and his mother, Al-Azraqi gives the following information on the authority of his grandfather, whose own source was Dawood ibn Abdul Rahman, who said that Ibn Jurayj had said that Sulaiman ibn Musa al-Shami asked Ata ibn Abi Rabah the following. Okay, so listen, there's the whole chain of narrations. There's a sanad. If my Muslim audience are actually watching this right now, and you questioning, whether this is authentic or not authentic, you check out the chains of narration. Check out who Ata ibn Abi Rabah is. Shouts out to him. He's another, Nubian brother. Okay, another literally Nubian brother, who was a great scholar in early Islam. Okay, it says this: I've heard that there was set up in Al Bayt, the Kaaba, a picture of Miriam and Isa. Atta said, yes, Naam. There was set in it a picture of Miriam, adorned in her lap. Her son Isa sat adorned. Okay. So, Atta ibn Rabah, one of the great early Islamic Nubian scholars, confirmed, yes, indeed. Other people were saying, is it true? There was actually this inside of the Kaaba? He confirms, of course there was. In fact, he even tells you the whole iconography that is very familiar in Christian art, or Christian iconography of, sweet baby Jesus in the lap of his mother. This is there. Okay. But, Kalam, why is it not in the Kaaba of today? Someone may say. If anybody has visited the Kaaba or seen the interior of the Kaaba, let's find out. Again, we're going to turn to Al-Azraqi again to find out this information. Okay. And here we go. I hope. Here we go. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to start reading from At ibn Rabah said that he saw in the house a decorated statue of Mary with a decorated Jesus sitting on her lap. The house contains There we go. I think I'm back. I don't know what happened. Let me know if I'm back, family. Let me know. Okay. All right. I cut out. Cool. Let me go back into this and share my screen. Give me a second. There you go. Is it going to cut out again? It's taking too long. My son now wants to be silly.
Well, I want to be on a stream for once.
Okay, baby, give me a kiss and go downstairs.
You're on the stream.
Yeah, go.
And you're not even me.
Okay, all right. I'm back. Let me know if you lot can see me and hear me. Family tree, let me know if you can see me or hear me. Saying that you're saying it's buffering, let me know. All right, but anyways, I'm going to continue like you can see me or hear me. Anyway, it says here, Atta ibn Abi Rabah said that he saw in the house a decorated statue of Mary with a decorated Jesus sitting on her lap. The house contained 6 pillars, and the representation of Jesus was on the pillar next to the door. This was destroyed in the fire at the time of Ibn al-Jubair. As he said, he was not sure that if it was there in the time of the Prophet, but he thought it was. Okay, excellent stuff. So, as we can see here, Atta ibn Abi Rabah confirms, of course, this image of Jesus and Mary was actually there up until the time of Ibn Jubair and Ibn Zubair, which is roughly 1983, where there was this great fire caused by the Umayyads or Abdul Malik and Al-Hajjaj. Is it Al-Hajjaj? I think it's Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf that actually attacked the Kaaba itself. And, it was destroyed. It was actually, fire, all sorts happened. Anyway, let me not even go too much into it. So, what's very interesting about this has a lot of implications. For both Muslims and Christians. And why do I say it has a lot of implications? Imagine, okay? I want everybody here to imagine. You know about Islam, right? But imagine that inside of the Kaaba, where there's nothing else in terms of artwork itself. Let me stop sharing screen. Nothing at all. The only image that's inside of the Kaaba itself is an image of Jesus Christ and Mary. The most holy place, or one of the most holy places in the whole of Islam, the only artwork, the central focus, it would literally be the central focus of the whole mosque, the central focus of the whole house of worship is an image of Jesus and Mary. The Kaaba in Mecca would literally, or the Kaaba would literally be a Christian heritage site. Imagine that. Just imagine. I just want you lot to just imagine this. Because a lot of Christians believe that Islam and Muhammad and Muslims hate Jesus Christ and are anti-Jesus and so forth. But just imagine that imagery was just there, present right now. I think the Muslim-Christian relationship will be quite different. I think Muslims will be treating Christians quite differently, and Christians will be treating Muslims quite differently. But anyways, none of my business. And someone said Muhammad knew who to worship. I think personally, the more and more we actually start studying early Islam and not listening to the later traditions as much, I think we'll find out what a lot of the early Islamic scholars were positing is that Muhammad himself may indeed have been a Christian. That Muhammad himself may have indeed been a Christian. Now that's going to sound crazy. That's going to sound a whole lot of craziness to a lot of people. But again, this is not me saying this, okay? I'm just telling you what the Muslim scholar says. If you go into Ibn Kathir, he talks about it. He says that some portion of Muslim scholars believe that Muhammad was a Christian. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. What I want to do right now is, oh no, my mouse has died. Oh no, everything is going wrong right now. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to add somebody to the stream. Brother Bay, would you like to speak?
Islam family, it's your boy, Brother Bernard. This is Bay, Moorish American Muslim. Can you hear me okay? I have a new Bluetooth thing.
Perfect. Perfectly.
Okay. I believe that for those who are, people of the book, can find easily in one chapter of the Quran that will honestly kill the whole argument or kill the whole debate about whether Muhammad existed. If I take you over to chapter 1343, this kills the whole discussion about whether Muhammad existed. You don't need bones or anything. All right, I'm on my way to it, so forgive me. But while I get there, even Muhammad himself said in the Quran in chapter 25, verse 30, "My Lord, my people have deserted this Quran. Some have doubt or just have lost their faith or maybe have strayed from the straight path that Allah has perfected for us. Because religion is nothing new. So Muhammad brought nothing new. And you know where I'm coming from a Quranist perspective. So it says here in chapter 13, verse 43, and those who disbelieve, they say, you are not a messenger. And it says, say, kul, right? Many times in the Quran, the best hadith. It says, Allah is enough for a witness between me and you and whoever has knowledge of the book. So that book that you have on your bookshelf, the Quran, that's all the proof you need of an existence of Muhammad. That's coming from my perspective when I read this ayah. Once again, those who disbelieve say, you are not a messenger. And then God says in response to say this, that Allah is enough for a witness between me and you and whoever has knowledge of the book. So it don't have to be, of course, well, there's no messenger because how can it be between you and him? He's not here, he dies, right? He's dead. Well, the next session here says, and whoever has knowledge of the book. If you have knowledge of the book, Kalam, I have knowledge of the book, Hashem and them have knowledge of the book. Well, they have knowledge of other books, but they have knowledge of the Quran. That is enough. That is enough, and that's just what I think. So, peace and love. Thanks for hearing me out.
Jeez. All right. Oh, man. SP Aladocious. I see you, my bro. All right. Sophia Films up in the building. Oh, man. Oh, Zudu's up in here as well. Hey, brother. How you been, bro? Long time. I know. Been missing for too long. Yeah, man. Very interesting, Brother Bay. Buddha, talk to us, King. Talk to us.
Yo, long time, bro. I keeping yo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you was kind of a little bit.
Yo, long time. How you doing? Good to see you. Am I coming
Buddha,
through?
Buddha, namaste, man.
Yeah. I don't think Kalam can hear me too good. I'm gonna check Bernie. Oh, can you hear anyone?
Peace.
Anyone? Yeah, I
It's
think
like you're repeating yourself a couple times. I don't know if you're near something, but it's echoing. I don't know.
Me up. I'll just posting. Probably be.
I can hear you though, but you just sound like a DJ right now. So I don't know. You might want to come back in or something.
All right. So we're still waiting for the good brother Gabs to jump in as well because we got some information to drop. Again, I'm going to ask the question: has any of you guys seen the debate between Dr. David Wood and Dr. J. Smith? Because we definitely want to go into this and speak on the information that was actually dropped. All right. Muslims are disaffected. Christians, it's like a hateful stepchild, says Pence One. Muhammad is a title for Jesus and also a Jewish apocalyptic prophet. Woo! All right. Western Goddess. Let me actually. Why can't I actually bring up some of these clips? Trying to bring up some of these clips. Big Up Titans TV. Ricardo says Abraham and Jacob were not real people. They were eponymous. Oh gosh, forgive me. Eponymous ancestors. Do you agree with that, Kalam? No comment for now, but I feel you, but no comment for now. All right.
What does that word mean? That word you were trying to pronounce, what does that mean? I'm just curious.
Oh Lord. I'll have to Google that first, I have to Google that. I haven't been reading as much as before. I've lost my vocabulary. Kwame Ma'at says, to understand Islam, you have to have deep understanding of Judaism and early Christianity and the politics. 100%. Troublesome Hard says, David Wood, somewhat on Muslim side. Somewhat, indeed. All right. And I would say somewhat. And the reason why we say somewhat is that, of course, David Wood loves the idea of the traditional accounts of Muhammad. Okay. The traditional accounts of Muhammad. And why does he love the traditional accounts of Muhammad? As he kept bringing up, was based upon the principle of embarrassment. Meaning, within inside of the Hadith collections, okay, you can find tons of embarrassing statements and accounts made, and outright ridiculous stuff made about Muhammad. Okay, and he loves that, and he loves that, and the reason why he loves that so much is because some of the stuff in there makes Muhammad like the biggest antichrist, the biggest perverted individual to ever walked upon the earth. And that's the reason why he loves it so much. Even though these reports may have no validity, he loves it. He loves bringing it up, okay? Because it makes his job very easy to make Muslims feel disenfranchised, disaffected, just feels like rubbish about themselves, because it's like, hold on, like, this is my prophet, but he done all of these terrible things, and anybody of this age who does not find a grown man sleeping with a 50-plus-year-old man sleeping with a 9-year-old and believe that's all right and that's correct, okay, you have a problem with you. If you believe that's okay, you have a problem with you. But the great thing for David Wood is you find these types of ridiculous, nasty stories written within inside of Islamic accounts. So it's very easy to make the Prophet of Islam look like a demon-possessed individual. Now, did these things actually happen, or are people making up stories? Are people fabricating stories about Muhammad, and have Muslims just simply accepted these stories without actually questioning it? Of course. But if we really want to find the true and the historical Muhammad, we'll have to go past just listening to oral history and stories that have just been made up. We have to now start going into a historical analysis. We now have to start looking at archaeology. We now have to start looking at numismatics. We now have to start looking at accounts of people outside of the Islamic tradition, historical accounts. We now have to start looking at epigraphy. We now start looking at graffiti. We now have to know the science of papyrology. We now need to know all of these different things to come up with a historical Muhammad. But most people are too lazy to go into the realm of academia. We rather be religious and simply believe stories that men handed down about other men. But again, do I even care? Do I care? Do I care what you believe? I don't, because I don't deal with beliefs. We all want to know, and that's it. That's all we want to know, is what can we prove? What can we prove? And the question is, can David Wood, or did David Wood, and can Muslims prove a historical Muhammad? Can we prove a historical Muhammad? That is really the question. Can we prove a historical Muhammad? And I challenge my good Muslims and my good Christians to prove a historical Muhammad. We've done stories before, we've done shows before trying to prove and ascertain a historical Jesus Christ. So we're not picking on Islam or picking on Muslims or picking on Muhammad. We've done shows before on historical Jesus Christ. Okay? We want to know, is there any historicity to these stories? Anybody would like to come on and discuss this? You're definitely welcome. Okay? Let's talk. CPG says, I take your challenge. All right. If you take the challenge, the StreamYard link has been sent. Please join us.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my connection's proper messed up. I've dropped something in the back chat there for you to look at. Just on the question you just posed, he was a trader, was he not? From my understanding, there's records of him trading and doing all this type of business. So I don't think there's a dispute as to whether he was a historic figure. I think that's quite key.
No. There is definitely that is right now popular. What's been going on with the David Wood debate and Jay Smith debate is like, was he definitely a historical figure? A lot of people can't ascertain or prove that he was a historical figure. And what do I mean by this? Do we have any outside accounts of the Islamic narrative of a prophet named Muhammad in Arabia?
Well, look at from this perspective then, Kalam. There were wars. There were multitudes of different types of events that happened during the time of the prophet. So all of these people must have been following a leader. So and for me,
none of those stories have been verified. All of the
events happened, though.
All of the events. I'll be real with you. Like, I'm a person that's pro Muhammad. Like, yeah, Muhammad could definitely possibly existed, but I'll tell you for now, the accounts that's written inside of the Islamic narrative, we cannot validate or verify.
Okay, outside of those Islamic, so if we were to say there was a historical record of a war or conflict that took place somewhere, and this was written by the Greeks, would that not be a clarifier right there?
Yep.
Okay, and you're telling me that don't exist nowhere?
Doesn't exist anywhere.
Wow. All right, cool. Well, listen, like I jump off because my connection is properly dodgy. The big up, good to see you again.
Yeah. No doubt.
Address what I wrote. Easy, Bernie. Take it easy. If you could give me your opinion on the thing I wrote in the chat. Still, that'd be good.
Okay. All right. So again, like, let's discuss about the historical Muhammad. Okay. Now, I personally think that there is evidence, okay, of a historic Muhammad. Is he the Muhammad that is popular inside of the the Sunni traditions? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Again, it is very difficult. Let's put it this way. In the whole Islamic narrative, okay, there is two early individuals we can actually verify. And none of them is the caliphs that we know about. So, for example, we've all heard about the Caliph Abu Bakr, right? We know about him. He's a big caliph. He did this, he did that, he done this. Umar, we've all heard about him. Uthman, we've all heard about him. Ali, we've all heard about them. But funnily enough, we do not find a satisfactory accounts of them outside of the Islamic narrative. Muawiyah of the Umayyad, the first one who's not even a Rashidun, but he's the first one outside of Muawiyah, the first one who's outside of the Rashidun, the first Umayyad Caliph. I need you to mute your mic, CPG. We do find evidence of that. We do find evidence of Christian writing about him. We do find numitics, i.e. coins, about him. I need you to mute your mic because you have an echo. CPG1, mute your mic. I'm going to mute it for you. Okay, there we go. So we have epigraphy. We have monuments with his name on it.
My mic is on mute.
bloody hell. All right, we have all of these stuff for Muawiyah, but we have none of these stuff for the early Rashidun. Why is that? Why is that? I'm not saying that these individuals existed or didn't exist, but we're simply saying there is a lack of evidence of their existence within inside of history. Now, again, just because somebody does not appear or leave a mark in history does not mean that they never existed. But the question is, why is there no mark of them if they are these great caliphs that existed? There's another individual that we do have information about. Okay, Amr ibn al-Az, or Az. Okay, he actually went into Egypt and run out some of the Byzantiums and so forth. I believe it was like in the 640s. Yeah, roughly the 640s. Okay, he wasn't a caliph, but he definitely was somebody of major importance, commander who ran certain parts of Egypt. Okay, we have evidence of these two individuals, for example, but none of the caliphs. Why is that? That's another question. I'm just saying, let's throw out these questions. I'm not saying that they existed or didn't exist, okay, but we're simply saying the historical evidence does not substantiate the greatness and the embellishments that the the Muslims make in a narrative. It just simply doesn't exist. But anyways, let me get CPG on here real quickly. CPG, talk to me. Let me unmute your mic for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. All right, listen. Let me just start this way, right? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Okay. I'm just telling you, I've got my laptop in my hand. This is my kid's laptop. Let me just start this way, right? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me?
I need you to maybe mute the YouTube because you have an echo going on, or turn the volume down on your laptop. I need you to maybe mute the YouTube.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there's still an echo, but I can hear you.
Okay, one sec. Let me see how I can, I need to... Yeah, I'm trying to put the YouTube volume down, but can't seem to find that. One sec.
All right, quickly make your point then, so we can move on.
Okay, 1 second. This is very interesting because over the years, I have been watching this. Do you know how to put a mic in here? 1 second. This is very interesting because over the years, can I talk to you?
If the other gentleman
Banksy, we saying, King?
Can I get in here? Oh man!
Hold on, you don't want to go in one of your Banksy monologues that's going to take 30 minutes to an hour. I just wanted to come say hello and leave. I had to wait for CPG, who's having problems. First of all, I just wanted to greet. I can't believe I just had a brain fart and forgotten your name. Titans TV, Callum. Sorry,
Callum
the Great.
Hello, Callum. I just wanted to quickly add something here and then leave. Have you heard of the Ashton Army of Muhammad at all?
Yeah.
And in your opinion, do you think
Hello,
the
can you hear
Ashton
me?
Army is fake or authentic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's fake. Yeah, we can hear you, CPG.
Okay,
It's
cool.
fake. It's a fake in your opinion.
According to the evidence provided, or the accounts, the evidence provided by Jay Smith, it looks quite fake. Yeah, it looks quite fake still. It looks quite fake. That's much I can say.
Okay, can I? Oh, sorry. Can I just? I'm just going to be literally a minute. First of all, Callum, it is amazing to have you back. It's been way too long, and I'm so glad that you're back on the scene. If you are back on the scene on a bit more regular basis, this will make this little world of ours a little bit more interesting. The other thing is, I have a letter which I've posted on the side chat here of. A letter from Umar bin Khattab to Yazgard III of the Persian Sassanid dynasty. Now, this letter, I mean, the letter itself apart, I think that is a fairly decent piece of evidence that Umar bin Khattab certainly existed, and Umar bin Khattab actually wrote letters out to various empires and places where they were gonna go to conquer. So this letter apparently still exists in the British Museum. The two letters, the letter from Yazgard III and the letter from Umar bin Khattab. So as far as evidence of that particular caliph, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, history is not an exact science, but you know, from historical evidence, as far as those things are concerned, it seems pretty decent. But other than Omar bin Khattab, when it comes to the other caliphs, I guess I haven't really looked into sourcing their existence or their, you know, anything that they did from outside. This is, as I said, these are from third-party evidence, not from within the Muslim Ummah. Now, when it comes to Muhammad, I think you were aware of the documentary that was done by Channel 4, the history of, or the true story of Islam, the real story or true story, something like that. I forgot exactly the exact name, but it was a very controversial documentary that was made by Channel 4, which got a lot of backlash from the Muslim world because the documentary creators or producers literally couldn't find evidence of Muhammad. They could find stories of Muhammad, lots of people telling stories about this Muhammad character, but no concrete evidence that actually proves the existence of this individual.
Hello.
You know, this is, I mean, again, history is not an exact science, but certainly there are very, very shaky third-party accounts of Muhammad. I mean, there's apparently one mention of an Arab caliph by I forgot, the Byzantines or maybe the Greeks, but it is very, very uncertain whether this was referring to really Muhammad. It was really just talking about an Arab leader. It being Muhammad is far from conclusive. But anyway, that's me done. Thank you, Callum. Good to have you back. Glad you're on the scene. Come down to the park. Take care.
Peace, definitely. All right, I'm gonna actually look into that historical letter that you did post up, that you posted in the back chat. I don't know about that though. I don't know. I see it, but I don't know about it though. Started off a bit shaky still. All right, CPG, talk to me. Hello, CPG. Okay, well, you had your opportunity, CPG. You had your opportunity to talk. Brother Bay's back in the building. So again, I'm going to invite you guys on. Okay, I see Why So Religious is here, posting some stuff up. I'm going to drop this. I don't want to spend too much time on here. I did want my good brother Gabs to be joining us so we could discuss some stuff, but it don't look like he's here, and I'm only here for a short time. Let's read this out. Times TV, has anyone noticed that? Notice all the names of Islamic scriptures are character types. Khadija means premature. She believes Muhammad too early. Aisha means life, which starts Muhammad's power. Whew. I would say this, yeah. I would say this. The stories relating to Muhammad, especially in terms of his wives, to me, are very dubious. What do I mean by this? Muhammad had, let's say, up to nine wives. Let's just say, some say 13, okay? Let's say up to 9 wives. Okay? We know about Khadija. Let's just say, apart from Khadija, his first wife, out of all of his wives that he has, of all the accounts of his virility as an Arab man, none of these wives produced any children. Apart from Miriam the Copt, okay, who his child Ibrahim died at a very young age again. But there is no records of children. Like, why is that? Like, sometimes these stories just sound a bit too fishy to me. Sounds a bit too fishy. I'm just saying, personally, like, when I hear these stories, I'm like, huh? So you're telling me you have all of these things, but where are they? Like, you have all these wives for however many years, you're having the sex, but you're not producing any children. Is either these stories are made up, or your God cut you
Hello?
off is either these stories are made up, or even though you're a virile man, you're very impotent in the sense that you cannot impregnate another woman. This doesn't make any sense to me. To be honest with you, when I look at these stories, like, really? Are you really want me to believe this stuff? It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay? There's a whole lot of stuff we can talk about. These children. He talks about the male. Let's just talk about the male children, for example. The male children. They don't even know if he had how many sons he had. Some of the accounts say he has a child called Tahir and let's say basically, let's say good and the pure. But in other accounts, like, no, we didn't have a children called Tahir and Tahib. These were just, titles that were given to Muhammad, meaning that he was pure and he was clean or something like that, pure and holy or good and pure. It's like the story just doesn't add up. It's like they're just making stuff up because they don't have enough information about this individual. He was called Abu Qasim because he had a son called Qasim. Where is the son Qasim? Oh, he died before Islam, 2 years old or very young age. So why were they continuing to call him Abu Qasim if he doesn't have a child called Qasim? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Unless he was actually called Abu Qasim, and the word Qasim and Qasim is not actually a son, but actually a title that to him for another reason. But anyways, and let me not digress too far. Let me get CPG on in here. Talk to me, CPG. Go on, CPG. CPG. You want to talk? We give you the opportunity to talk, and then you're quiet. What's going on?
Okay, I'm not quiet.
Okay, talk to us.
It takes time for my voice to go over to you.
Okay, go ahead. Is there anything you would like to say to us?
That's the problem I'm having. There's like going to be a gap when I talk and I pause for a bit.
Okay. I'll wait for you to be ready. In the meantime, I'm going to get Haji Malik Shabazz in. Talk to us.
All right, Macy. I've been watching your show today, but I'm a bit confused. So, like, I watched the beginning of it, and you were talking about the Christianity part, and then when you were talking about the existence. So I'm very confused. Like, your show's gone from the first part, which was I'm sorry if my Scouse accent's not making sense.
It takes too long. Oh yeah, like.
But what's the aim of your show today? That's what I'm more interested in, because you've dealt with different angles today. Like, you've dealt with one angle, then you've moved on to another topic. What's your agenda? Not necessarily your agenda, but what are you trying to say? Like,
what we're doing is questioning the Islamic narrative or the traditions. Okay, and what I mean by that is we have a tradition inside of Islam that talks about no pictures, for example, in Islam. We still have which is something very big right about now in France, the whole Macron issue, the whole Charlie Hebdo issue about the drawings of the Prophet and so forth. Muslims get very wild up over, any imagery of the Prophet, for example. We have
Hello.
Are we back? Oh yeah, we are back. Yeah? There we go. We're back. I believe we're back anyway. I don't know what's going on. The devil doesn't want us to be winning. Anyways,
believe
all right,
that.
cool. So as we're saying, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, are inside of the Islamic narrative that doesn't quite add up. Okay, if they say that there's no pictures allowed in Islam, yet Muhammad himself actually, you know, protected and preserved one of the images of Jesus and Mary. Like, where are these stories actually coming from? Are these things historically accurate or not? Okay, or are they just simply later traditions that are being made up? These are questions that can be asked. It has a lot of other implications. For example, the very first thing I talked about, the images inside of the Kaaba. Imagine today if you knew or you saw an image of Jesus Christ inside of the Kaaba. That's the central image of the Muslims' holy place of worship. How would it actually affect the world? How would it affect Muslims? How would it affect Christians? That's the question. That's the question. You know, and we could even go deeper than that. We could even go deeper than that. For example, you have the Hajj, okay, the whole pilgrimage that Muslims do every single year. Okay, every single year. And it's in dedication and in reverence of a particular ancestor. That particular ancestor, his name is Hagar. Hagar. But just hold that thought right there. Yeah? They do this whole pilgrimage in reverence to Hagar. Yet, inside of Islamic communities, there is a lot of racism. As we found out in Libya and so forth, there were slaves being taken and held and so forth, right? In Saudi Arabia, how they're treating East Africans, maids and so forth. But if it was imprinted inside of the Islamic community's mind that Hagar, who they celebrate and reverence so much, was actually an African, a black African woman, would that type of injustice go on towards Africans so much if they revere black African women? Don't know. Would the hatred that Muslims, not all Muslims, I'm saying a certain group of Muslims show towards Christians still happen if they fully well knew that there was a picture of Jesus and Mary inside of the most holy place of worship of Islam? These are questions. I'm just saying, like, let's just throw out questions there. What are the implications if we knew about the historical Muhammad, or the historical things that are said Muhammad actually did? What are the implications? We're also going into, you know, can we find any historicity of Muhammad? Can we actually do it? Can we actually do it? And I'm saying that there is some historical records of Muhammad written by Christians or outside of the Islamic traditions, but it paints a very different image of the Muhammad we know through the traditions. But anyways, let me actually get somebody else to come in and speak. Who here wants to speak?
So I was thinking about this, Kalam, from last week, and you know how I mentioned Muhammad sent out letters to various nations, you know, but Arabia was hugely illiterate as far as the people with Arabic reading and writing skills, because you do have hadiths that say part of Muhammad's companions were carrying around the Torah, a scripture of the Torah, and Muhammad condemned him. So you got Arabic people who can't even read and write Arabic, but they have the Torah with them because they can read and write. So what's also funny, though, is that inside of so Muhammad sends parchment to these nations to be read, but yet, according to the hadiths, the Quran was compiled on bones on dried leaves, on rocks, but all the parchment, for some reason, it was only important to send it as a notification to different areas of the world and not to write the Quran on. That's really weird. You know what
Very weird. Very weird. These are the telltale signs that something just doesn't add up. For any person who is critical, okay, if we step out of the realms of religion, I know it's because we're in the realms of religion, like we take these stories to be actual factual. But if we were to supplant these same stories with somebody who is outside of religion, I don't know, let's just say Hitler, or I don't know, Alexander the Great, even though Alexander the Great might be religious for some people. But anyway, if we just took it out and we apply those same stories,
that's religion.
like we'll be thinking, this doesn't make any sense at all. At all.
And like I was saying, in the chat, if you think about all of the Arabic names, quote unquote names, they're actually character attributes. What?
You mentioned a hadith. Could you pull it up on sunnah.com for us?
I'm with my son. I'm watching two children right now. I'm watching my nephew also, so I can't do that right now. But give me, when my nephew wakes up, if I'm still on, because he's in his nap, I'm holding my son for him to be quiet. If I can do that, then I'll do that for you. But it is a Sahih hadith, okay? But shit, what was I saying? Okay, so if you look at the quote unquote names of the people inside of the Islamic sources, they're really characteristics of people. Okay, they're really just characters. Like I said, Khadijah means premature. She prematurely believed Muhammad to the point that she took him to her monk Christian relative, who then said, yes, he's a prophet. So then Aisha, you know what I'm saying? Her name is Life. So Muhammad's real prophethood came to life under her, because there's also the hadith where Muhammad says that when he wears her garments, he gets revelation. Hold on one second. My nephew woke up.
Okay. All right. CPG.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Talk to me.
All right. Thank you for the opportunity. First time I'm actually talking to like this over the YouTube. I've seen there's a lot going on, obviously, with Islam as well. A lot of things trying to come about as though to prove, like what you say, the actual time and the advent of the Prophet does not exist. With all the late things that Jay Smith, and I think he will be your biggest eye-opener in this. So the idea is, if anyone can prove Jay Smith not to be correct, then you have got no other things to say. I think that's what it is. So I've watched Jay Smith the other day. He was with this guy called Joe and someone else, and they were talking about all of this. It's like a half an hour video, but I actually done, what do you call it, a reaction video to this, and it goes to over an hour, or just about an hour. I've unlisted it on YouTube, but I haven't posted it yet. The reason why I haven't posted it is because my personal appearance doesn't look that sharp. I'm a family man. I got family issues, and in the middle of that, I'm also looking at this and thinking, you know what, we need to respond to this as well. So after looking at Jay Smith, that interview that he done with a guy named Joe, who doesn't actually give his appearance away. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Go. Make the point quickly though, because I haven't got long left.
Okay, so the point you want to know, was Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, actually came in the 7th century, or what Jay is saying, with all the documents and everything, the collection of all this stuff, did it start in the 10th century by the Abbasid? Is that what you want to know? Is it the Abbasid who came up with the religion, or is it the Prophet Muhammad a few centuries before that?
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
Okay, like Wayso religion had said that the Arabs were illiterate, right? Arab were illiterate. Our prophet himself, he was a literate prophet. And this illiteracy was always prophesied for him, right? The biggest miracle of the Quran, right? The biggest miracle of the Quran is Allah is actually saying to the Prophet Muhammad that I revealed this book to thee, pointing to him that how can you write something like this when you are a literate man? How can you start talking about the embryo? How can you start talking about there's iron in the middle of the earth? How can you talking about there's a barrier between the two oceans from a desert? How can you start talking about all of this? So one of the miracle, the creator of the heaven of the earth is trying to point out here by, and there is a verse, I'm not sure where it is, there is a verse in the Quran that Allah says, I revealed this book to thee, meaning that how can you write this stuff down when you couldn't read and write Arabic itself? The other thing about certain Arabs now coming on and they're trying to explain the Quran, right, and what it's reading, what it's supposed to be meaning, right? Another thing people need to take into consideration is this book, when it did come to the Arabs, and the Arabs who didn't believe in the message, some of them who could also read, right? They came and they said after, when the verses was affecting them, right? Because they could read Arabic. When the verses was affecting them, what they had to say to deny what they were believing, to say, oh, this is a soothsayer, this is a magician, this, that, and the other. So the question you got to ask yourself, you're talking about an illiterate man, right, who went to the cave and start coming down, blazing with revelation. And you've read the Quran, you've read all the signs about the science of the science and everything else and everything. How is it that a man from 7th century, from a desert, who couldn't read or write, unless he was being informed so accurately, precisely, that he could actually come up, write something like this? And if you are thinking that he went around collecting from the Torah, from the Injil, and putting things into places, you go on a mission like that, and you tell me what you can come up with in 23 years.
Okay, so I would like to respond real quick to that. Firstly, none of that has anything to do with being illiterate. Like, the idea of understanding.
Can I just say
no, you just spoke a long time, bro. So the concept of understanding embryology has nothing to do with being literate, right? You can make a guess.
The
and
point
let me
is,
finish.
no,
I'm
you
saying
cannot
something.
make a guess from a desert 1400 years ago. How can
actually
that be
you can.
possible?
You know what a guess is? A guess is 50-50,
who else has done
right?
it? Who else has done it?
Okay,
Give
how
me
about
another
Einstein?
name.
What about Einstein? So
What about Einstein?
Einstein guessed that black holes had gravitational waves. It took 100 years before science confirmed it, and most scientists disagreed with them.
About Einstein.
You notice you're scared of me answering the question.
No, I'm not answering. I just want to know when did Einstein come? When did Einstein come?
He had to be. He had
when
to
did Einstein come? When did Einstein come?
How could Einstein? Hold on. How could Einstein have done that 100 years ago and we only find out today? That must be a prophet. Why so religious? Is Einstein a prophet?
If he is a prophet, then he's a prophet of pantheism, which wouldn't go totally against Islam. Or if you want to look at,
when did Einstein come?
Okay, let me put it this way. Also, I can't remember. Real quick. You'll like this example too. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he theorized the atom, right, in ancient Greek. He used to say, by Zeus, the atom is true. And then we found out the atom is true. So does that prove that Zeus exists? Just a question by your logic.
Can I say something here? If we're going back to Greek time and all this time and all that, and someone did say atom is true, I wouldn't actually find it impossible to believe that, because what my conscience goes to here straight away is when Allah, he says that he revealed prophet, messengers, and book before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even the children of Israel, from the time of Abraham, they had revelation coming to them, right? And these things have to be in there. There's a very interesting story in the Quran where Allah is talking about two people, right? And they had a little dispute about something. And one of them turns around and goes to the other, goes, do you deny the one who created you from dust, a sperm drop, then fashioned you into a man? Now, this happened way before even Islam, the Prophet Muhammad come. But the confirmation comes in that book because it must have been said, right, by a different time, right? But then again, revelation has come down. People must have had some sort of access to that revelation and something to go about to think on like this, because you create. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me stop you there. Let me stop everybody there. Let me stop everybody there because it's just it's long. We're gonna get into like a religious sided discussion and debate in a sense that it's all beliefs. Anyways, I want to know, can any of us provide some evidence of the existence? Okay, can we prove? Right now it's Jay Smith is the main guy. The main guy. He's the guy. He's the man. Yeah, he's the guy, man. Although Robert Spencer wrote a book about this in 2012, I believe, 2012, about this very subject. Most of the stuff that Jay Smith actually presented, is very much so plucked from that book. Haven't exist. We have other scholars talking about this, like 1980s and even before that, talking about this very topic here. All right. Is there anything historical? And I'm not saying that there isn't, because there is, but I'm just waiting for somebody to bring up some type of information that Muhammad existed in the 7th century. Don't give me beliefs. Don't give me Quran. Don't give me traditions.
Another thing. And also don't use his title, because the name Muhammad is actually a title, pretty convenient title for somebody who's the praised one. So because you could do the same thing with like Jesus, right?
I think Rights to Religious, we're gonna have to do a show on that. Is Muhammad a title, or is that somebody's actual name, or can it be both? So we're going to do that later. Let's just stick to this real quick.
If I may real quick interject to that. If you read Tabari, according to him, Muhammad's grandfather dedicated that he was going to call his son Muhammad, the praised one. That is exactly how Tabari sells it. So
I'm with you. So is there anything? We're asking for something historical of the existence of Muhammad. If you cannot give me something historical of the existence of Muhammad, let's just say Jay Smith.
I've got something.
Say Jay Smith won.
I got something that you hear for the first time and you'll be shocked.
Go ahead.
Okay. The people of the book. Is this belief, or can I say this?
Yep, the people of the book.
Okay, and I'm talking about not the Christian in this statement. I'm talking about the people of Israel, the Jewish people.
Okay.
Right. There's a story comes when they left Egypt and they crossed the Red Sea and that. And as they were on their way to the Holy Land or the Promised Land, okay, they stopped by Mecca. Mecca was already in existence at that time. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is new. Listen to this. Right? After that, they carried on north. Right? They came across the city where the prophet is buried right now. Right? That's Medina. At that time, it might have been Yatrub or maybe something more before, because Yatrub was called at the time of the prophet. When Moses was with them and they were going past this city, Moses stopped and he said to his followers, he said, I feel in my heart the last messenger of God his rest place will be here.
Let me stop you there, please. Let me stop you there. I have to stop you. The reason why I have to stop you is, I asked you for something.
Yeah,
provide me information.
Listen. Jay Smith had how many years has it been on this? Be honest with me, right? Jay Smith has been on this for a while now to give you something in 5 minutes, right? But he's been on it for 5 hours. And you're asking me to give you a minute. Come on, man. Come on. I need to get you down that route as well.
No, bro, you don't. Like, to give me something, a story. Okay, what is the source of your story?
Okay. The source of the story is the people of the book knew that his resting place was going to be there because they thought he was going to come from their branch.
Can you give us the verse? Give us the verse first.
Give us the what? Sorry.
Give us
Where
the
did you get
verse.
this? Where did you get this story from?
This is in our tradition, man. We hear it day in, day out
Okay.
from scholars and all
Okay,
that. You
from
just have to go to a local mosque and ask an imam, and he'll
No
give
problem.
you that.
From tradition. Now I'm asking you, can you give me this? Can you give me some information from the 7th century during the time of Muhammad to confirm his existence? And you're giving me a tradition which is not something I asked for.
No, but
Because
you.
If,
Okay,
if I
listen.
said to you, I said to
listen.
you, yeah, hold on, because I don't know
Go
if you
on.
know about the science of hadith. Okay, if I said to you, okay, I like the story. All right, can you give me the silsila, the isnad, the sanad, the chain going all the way back to Moses, to verify this story, and you can't.
Well,
Nobody
I can do it
can.
in one way. I can do it one
No,
simple way.
It's a story. It's a story that's been made up. That you
let me give you the chain.
No, wait. Stop, my brother.
It's not very long.
It's fine. I don't even want to hear it.
It's not
Can
that
anybody?
long. It's not that long. It's not that long. The chain is that's how Jewish came to be in that city of Medina, stationed there to receive the last messenger. When he came, they investigated him. They investigated him several times. They sent a lot of messages up to Mecca with questions to test his prophecy. You know the story of Surah Yusuf.
So 2 weeks. It took them 2 weeks to answer.
My brother. I know. Let me stop you there.
Okay. What's the background? What's the background of Surah Yusuf?
Bro, you're gonna talk to me about confirming whether he's a messenger of not.
No. What's the background of Surah Yusuf? Do you know what Shan and Nuzul is? Shan and Nuzul. Have you ever heard that term?
Yeah.
Shan and Nuzul.
Yes. But
I haven't even heard Jay Smith say that. Shan and Nuzul. What is that term I'm saying? What is Shan and Nuzul?
You're talking about the reason why a particular verse came down in the Quran in the first place. What is the significance? Why did the Prophet receive this particular verse? Is based upon a question that was given to him by Jews. And when he asked the question about the Jews, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. It's all long. There's 3 questions that's been asked. 3 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions.
Go on.
About the sleepers, about the man who went this place and that place, about the spirit or the ruh, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I don't care. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear about historical evidence that proves Muhammad existed in the 7th century. Muslims, can you provide that information? Christians, can you provide that information? Anybody who has an interest in Islam or in academia, can you provide that information? It's not that difficult. Can anybody do it?
You know, the other day I was listening to Jay Smith talk with Muhammad Hijab, right?
No.
Listen.
I don't want to, my brother. Unfortunately, I don't even want to hear the stories. I just want to have some evidence of the existence of Muhammad in the 7th century. And I would assume, okay, out of everybody, I don't even want to, Christians shouldn't even know this information. Muslims should know this information.
Okay, I got one proof.
The 7th century source you could provide to us that can prove the existence of Muhammad. Otherwise, okay, the second part of your shahada, Muhammad is the messenger of God, is completely fallacious. Because you lot don't know that Muhammad is the messenger. You lot don't know that Muhammad is the messenger of God. If you can't even prove him to be a historical individual.
Let me try this. So
I'm hoping, and I have faith that my Muslim brothers, because I'm saying to you, there is information out there that you can utilize to say that Muhammad existed during the 7th century. Okay. But we're just waiting for somebody to provide it. Okay. It's not difficult.
Can I try this? Can I try this one?
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. The Kaaba is in Mecca where the Prophet was born, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, there is a historical record about the family who holds the key to the Kaaba. You heard it before?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, there was a comment that I posted up. Go ahead.
Okay. Our Prophet was born in Mecca. Kaaba is there. And to this day, the people who hold the key to that Kaaba right? They got it historically documented. Started from when? Started from the conquest of Mecca. When the conquest happened, the guy who had the key in his hand, he went up to the Kaaba and he laid down, fearing for his life, and he started to pray. Now listen.
Okay, but you're not giving me information to prove that Muhammad existed.
No, but that will take you. That will take you to that record when it began, and it began when the Prophet said that family, that guy, and his family should hold the key. And from since then, it's been passed on to this day. That is been recorded, documented. What the other thing the Arabs also do, you know, with their horses, right? They have it documented from which one it came, the breed, etc. and etc. They do the same with.
Do you have any documentation
that I can get for you if you want? I mean, I just have to
7th century provide to us.
I can certainly try to get you the link or the information.
Go around, ask around. Yeah, go around, ask around, and come back with it. Let me go to Nin.
Can I ask you one other thing? Just one other thing.
What is it? What is it?
If I do get you that documented, going all the way up to the Kaaba,
yeah,
are you going to believe it? Or are you going to get Jay Smith to have a look at it? What is it? Are you using your conscience or are you using another man's conscience? That's what I want to know.
If you don't already know, yeah.
No. If I get the documents,
let me answer your question.
You want me to give you the documents, right? All right. So now you get the documents. Do you use your own initiative to say whether this is true or not, or do you go to another man, Jay Smith? Bro, does this look real to you?
Yo, you're speaking to Kalam, the greatest scholar, especially in the field of Islam, to have ever existed.
Who's Kalam? Are you?
2,000 years.
I don't know who Kalam is.
That's me.
Okay.
That's me. So, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying something great about you. I meet you for the first time. Maybe there's something great about me that I'm not saying that might come across to you for the first time.
I know. So,
you know, that's just word again. That's just word again,
me.
Isn't it?
That's me. You got my backlog. Go and check up on Titans TV how great I am. Apart from that, I'm going to mute you and let's get somebody else in. Alhamdulillah. Anyways, Ninculus. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Well, I would say welcome back, but it's been kind of irrelevant that you've been gone or haven't been gone. But I just want to say two things. Number one, this whole thing that you're getting from if Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't exist or exist, you're using J. Smith as an anchor, which as evidence. And obviously they had a debate between themselves, two Christians debating themselves whether Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, existed or not. Anyone could just do a normal Google or YouTube search on J. Smith. They can actually see that J. Smith is exposed as a liar. So we all know that J. Smith is a liar, which any of his testimony, it can't be used and can't be trusted. That's number one. And number two, you wanted an outside source for whether Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, existed. And I did see on some of the chats where some of the brothers were trying to type it in. You can look at a man, Armenian man, by the name of Sebeos, written by Robert Hoyland. And I actually have an extract from his book if you want me to share screen. If you don't trust me, to not share screen is fine. But I'm just going to read a segment of here. And this is outside Islamic sources. So this is not the Hadith. This is not the Quran. This is not the Sirah. This is not nothing like that. This is outside Muslim sources, European sources, contemporary to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that lived in the 7th century. And I'm going to read an extract from the book of Robert Hoyland, which is Sebeos, the Jews and the Rise of Islam, he's wrote. So the Armenian scholar Sebeos, writing in the 1660s, relates the exploits of a number of Jewish refugees of the Byzantine and Persian War. So I'll read the extract from his actual documentations, and it starts. They set out into the desert and came to Arabia. So he's talking about the when the Muslims and the Arabs were fighting the Byzantines. So it says they set out into the desert and came to Arabia among the children of Ishmael. This is the writing of Sebeos, by the way. They sought their help and explained that they were kinsmen according to the Bible. Although they, the Arabs, were willing to accept these close kinships, they, the Jews, nevertheless could not convince the mass of the people because their cults were different. At this time, there was an Ishmaelite called Mahmed, a merchant. He presented himself to them as though as at God's command, as a preacher, as the way of truth, and taught them to know the God of Abraham, for he was very well informed and very well acquainted with the story of Moses. As the command came from on high, they all united under the authority of this single man, under this single law, and abandoning vain cults, returning to the living God who had revealed himself to their father Abraham. Then they all gathered together with okay, there's one more paragraph, but I'm not going to read that. So you wanted an outside source from Islam who can confirm who was actually a contemporary in the 7th century, and I gave you Sebeos, the Armenian chronicle writer, writing in the 1660s, and what I just wrote has his name in it, has his mission in it, that he was ordained by God and he was a preacher in the way of truth, and he actually has his name in it, which is, but it's spelled Mahmet, Mahmet. So if you want to go on technicalities, if it was Muhammad or not, whatever, but I've given you the criteria that you've asked for, and over to you.
So check the. So hey, before you clap,
hold on. Who is speaking now? Hold on. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Oh, we're getting A-rap money. Finally. After an hour-long show, we actually have somebody with the intellectual test and fortitude to come up with something historical to substantiate the existence of Muhammad. Thank you. Finally.
So check the link. Check the link in the back chat. Cambridge University.
Can we not congratulate him for a hot second?
For using this
before you go to try to dismantle him, can we not congratulate? My goodness!
I mean, there's no reason to celebrate something that's in highly dispute amongst the actual scholars of the world, such as in the back chat, I put a link to Cambridge University's website, and they discredit this, saying that it's possible that it happened inside because there's a couple of people who wrote about alleged events, but there is no corroborating stories outside of this one guy's and a couple of alleged.
So now what you're doing? So what you're doing is, I gave you one. Now you want another one corroborating the one I just gave you. So then when I give you that one, you're going to want another one to corroborate that one.
No, did you listen to what I said? I said that the scholars who actually study history are not confirming that this even ever happened. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So because somebody can write something and allege that it happened, that doesn't mean anything. That's the reason we use multiple stories, multiple contexts, multiple sources before we say something is absolutely proven. And that's the reason your hadith science has failed you, because Muslims don't do that.
Okay.
Why for religion? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, let me just clarify one thing. Someone in the chat, New Black Knowledge, said it's not the 1660s, it's actually the 660s. So it's 660. So it's not 1660, it was 660. Now, I just wanted to clarify that because someone might have thought I said 1660. So it was a contemporary to the time of Prophet Muhammad. We can get into the disputes of whether this person existed or not, but I just wanted to lay out the criteria that was set by Kalam to bring a source outside of Islam, and I have brought it. Now we can contest whether that one is right or not, but at least I fulfilled the criteria that he asked for. And if you want to get into the historicity of this person, and whatever, then we can get into that. But at least I brought something to the table.
Is it all right for me to ask a question like whether everyone's here, whether they believe in a God or not? I mean, is it atheist? Is it God? Just out of interest. I just wanted to know why so religion. Do you believe in a God? Hello?
Nah, brother, these men are atheists. They're atheists. CBG, they're atheists. They're atheists.
They're gone. Are they gone?
Who's the atheist?
That why so religious guy.
I just want to know out of interest, are you guys all here believe in God, or are you atheist? You know, just because you need to understand the angle of a Christian might come from. So, you know, you have to ask yourself, why does it come from that angle?
Let me ask you a question. Believing in a God or not, why would that help with a question?
No, because
which question is the question you're asking?
I just said out of interest. It's just for me a personal interest. It might not help you. You might see it a different way, but just me personally, I just wanted to know that. Like, why so religion does he believe in a God?
You would have to answer that. You could ask me the question.
No, I don't know who I'm talking to. The screen is
this is Gabs. This is Gabs.
Gabs? Who's Gabs?
Who's Gabs? Yeah, Gabs. I'm on the panel.
Why so religion? Do you not want to answer this question? Do you find it personal to you?
I don't know if he's there. He might be there, but I don't know.
No, he's on mute.
Listen,
he's
can
there.
you be quiet? Because it doesn't matter, dude. It has no point of relevance.
That's what I was saying.
Even if I believe myself as God, that doesn't matter to this conversation about.
No, it doesn't matter to you. But I'm just asking you.
Can you mute this guy, please, so I can just go to the screen share real quick?
Yeah,
you can do that.
I hear a lot of beeping from him or somebody. Okay, medicine man. Okay, there we go. So, right here, the Armenian writer records in detail of a great Arab attack on the Byzantine capital in 654. When do we give Muhammad credit of living? When was he born?
From 570 to 632.
That's some, right? That's what some say. Not all sources say that, but still,
yeah.
This would still be after his life, right? This would not be, and once again, mind you that Muhammad means the praised one, which is a title that could be anybody who came down. Now imagine this. It's not so hard to imagine. And I want to point this out too right here, because this was writing only shortly after the supposed event. And his report has been seriously considered, even though there are no parallel accounts are known, okay? Indirect evidence of a support of attack from other Christian sources. So all of this, the event is plausible in historical context. So they're not even, Cambridge, a leading institution in the world, is calling into question this report, okay?
Of course they would. But it does say. I'm reading it right now. So it says, yet Sebeos, otherwise known to be a reliable author. So he is known. Like, let's put this to the side. He's known to be a reliable author by the standard that you're setting, by the Cambridge people that you brought. This author is considered to be reliable by them. Yeah, and it says
that doesn't mean anything.
No, it means.
Nicolas, is it plausible you can look at Josephus, for example, who a lot of people considered reliable, especially the Romans after he became a Roman himself, and then he started writing things? Of course. And it's funny how you said that, well, of course, Cambridge would call into question this. Why would they call into question? They're supposed to be people who give you the facts, okay? You pay a lot of money and go there to learn what is allegedly true historically. But you're saying they're going to call into question. You're acting like there's not an extreme liberal bias inside of teachings inside of universities. The point that I am making here is this is not evidence for Muhammad. Okay, because even the historical scholars, even the historical scholars are calling into question.
Okay, so it's a simple
I
question.
didn't hear any
Could you
question.
hold on? Why so religious? Could
Okay.
you restate why are they quoting this into question?
They're putting this into question because, for one, I'm guessing there is no archaeological evidence. That would probably be a big one, because they are saying that there are other Christian sources. Okay, so that's one thing, is that it's notice that they had to use a religious source, correct? They couldn't just say that it was some scholar at the time or some person wrote about it. They had to say through Christian sources, and some Islamic referred to it. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing, I would say that because if it was such an important battle, especially for Constantinople, essentially, that they were working their way up to take it over, where are the historical records? Where are the bodies?
I also have another one.
I'm confused what you guys are talking about here now.
Let me just say one thing, because let me just say one thing. Yeah,
I thought you didn't want to talk about this time earlier, Titan.
He said the Sebeos, the evidence he brought is from Cambridge University to try to discredit this author or whatever he's saying, yeah, or his.
I wasn't discrediting it. I was saying, no. I want you to get the phrasing right.
Let me finish though. Let me finish. Okay,
no, you're misrepresenting what I brought. I wasn't discrediting it.
I apologize. So let me ask you a counter question. Is someone to be a reliable author or unreliable author? Does that matter to you? It's a simple question. If someone's a reliable author,
sorry, I had to get my son for a second. So
okay,
I'll give you the example. I'll give you the example like I did with Josephus, right? Josephus, when he wasn't a reliable author when he to the Jewish people, when he renounced the Jewish people and became a Roman citizen. He gained authenticity through the Romans when he did that. And then he wrote about Jesus, allegedly, but some people said that didn't come until the 1000s AD. So the point that I'm making here,
I get your point. I get your point. I understand your point here. But what I'm saying is, with Josephus, when you talk about him being an unreliable source for the Jews because he renounced Judaism, this is a religious criteria, because even that we have that kind of testing within the Hadith Islamic corpus, where someone is transferring or narrating a narration. If they're a non-Muslim, then they would not be reliable, not because of the fact of the historicity, is simply because of the fact that they renounce the faith. But when it comes to Sebeos,
no, that's not the point.
But listen, when it comes to Sebeos now, this is simply to do with history, the historicity, whatever, I can't pronounce that word here. It's got nothing to do with religious based, or this guy wasn't a Muslim, or nothing. He doesn't like it. My thing is not rely upon whether he believes or not.
Hello. So
are you walking away from your microphone?
Yeah, I think he is. Why is a religion? I wanted to understand something like about the article. What are you disputing? The date or the authenticity? I don't know. I'm a bit confused.
So what I'm saying here is you cannot provide this account as absolute evidence that it is still, it is, but you were pretending like it was.
No, we're not talking about absolute evidence. We are talking about bringing something to the table, then we can discuss it. I'm not coming here and telling you.
But Kalam asked for evidence, right?
But
so a claim.
This would be seen as some sort of evidence. Whether you like it or not, it would be seen as some sort of evidence.
It can be seen as evidence to a person who wants to believe that it is true. Now, when we talk about what we have historically, a combining of evidences to prove something as true, this is not a qualifier, right? Because a leading university, which actually does peer-reviewed research on every topic that they try to talk about, that also is in collaboration with multiple actual scholars of every field that they talk about, has not confirmed this as actually true, have they? Have they?
Okay, so
I'm asking you. So Ninkulis, I brought Cambridge University, and you brought a Muslim website.
I brought Liverpool University, because that was
Al Mushla,
Liverpool.
Mushla?
No, I brought Liverpool University. So are we gonna talk about which university is better?
This is what you put on. Look at your link, dude. Your link is almushla.org/library. That is the link that you brought.
Okay. So why religion? I got a question. Wikipedia, what's your
I don't think anybody has ever seen me use Wikipedia as a source.
So you don't use that, no?
No, I mean, of course.
And when you say I don't think anyone has seen, you can't talk like that, because obviously we haven't seen each other. We're first time talking.
But what I'm saying is, okay, so Wikipedia does tend to let people leave links to actual scholarship sites. That's the part that you can actually take as a source, but you can't use Wikipedia as a source.
So I gave you the book now. I gave you the link to the actual book, yeah? So I gave you the actual link to the book, which was from the Liverpool University Press, yeah? So they actually published it in the Liverpool University, and I've actually given you the link to the actual book and the actual paragraph where it talks about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and talking about Sebeos, the Armenian guy. So tell me if this is an Islamic website that I just sent in the back chat.
No, okay, what you didn't. But the point that I'm making here is they are not producing this book as an actual peer-reviewed, authentic source. They're printing a book that's in existence, right? That's like printing a book from Plato, the Republic, right? That doesn't mean anything as far as scholarship, other than that an actual institution. Like I used to own Plato's Complete Works by, it was either Harvard or Yale, I can't remember, it's been decades. But the point is, they're the publisher. That doesn't mean that they are saying that everything in there is historically accurate, right? Because there's different accounts of how allegedly Socrates died from different writers. So you can't say that because it's published by Harvard that makes it definitive. That's the point that I'm getting at.
Okay, so I've just put in the back chat again, because we're gonna keep coming back and forth. I'm gonna say I trust in him. You're gonna say you don't trust in him. I'm gonna give you the reason.
I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying that I don't trust it. I'm just saying that there are the people who are in the know, who spent years studying this, have not been able to corroborate this account. You get what I'm saying?
You brought me from something from the Cambridge University Press. I brought you something from the Liverpool University Press.
They printed the book. That doesn't make it true. Just like I said with the Plato from Harvard, there's different accounts from different writings that Socrates died a different way than Plato accounts. But Harvard is not saying Cambridge, that is the way that is not. No, I'm saying in the complete Plato works that I bought from Harvard, they are not claiming that Plato died the exact way that Plato spoke. Okay, they are just printing out Plato's works. That is not an acknowledgement of historical fact. Do you understand the difference there?
I get that. So this extract that you brought from the Cambridge University press, yeah. Can you tell me which scholars or historians have disputed the claims that I just brought about Sebeos? Can you give me?
Why don't you read it? Read it?
I'm reading it right now, and it says
the Central Byzantine, Ottoman, and Modern Greek Studies, University of Birmingham, 2004, is one of the references.
Can you give me the names of the historians and I can check upon them?
Thomas R. and why don't you read it, dude? Why are you trying to do this to me? That makes no sense.
You just
they give their sources. They give their sources. You understand that?
What you've done here, on the bottom, it gives references from the extract that you bought. They actually reference the actual reference that I brought myself to you. The first note that it says the Armenian history are attributed to Sebeos too. That's the actual thing that I brought you from the extract.
Yes, they have to reference. Oh wait, they have to reference the book for it to be included into their report, right?
Okay, I understand. So
do you understand that? Then what are you talking about?
So can you give me the actual reference for people who have peer reviewed that book that I'm talking about, the Armenian history, and who are disputed it? Which historians dispute it? That's what I want to know. Can you give me names now? Because I gave you a name. You wanted Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, outside source of Islam. I've given you a name, Dr. Sebeos, and the people who printed it, it's Thomas R. and Howard Johnson, yeah? And there's also, let me show you here, it's Robert Hoyland. You can check Robert Hoyland from Sebeos, the Jews, and the Rise of Islam. That's the one where I read it from. So there's two sources I've given you, and I've given you the names. Can you give me any name? You have said, no, it's not the right one. Can you give me any names?
I'd have to search all these sources. What?
So,
okay.
Can I say something? So can I ask a question quickly? Say it, Banksy. Can I ask a question quickly? Yeah.
Brother, I got to jump off. No, I got to jump off. But it's funny how.
No, it's about your topic. It's about what you're talking about.
I really got to jump off. But I'm saying it's funny how when the tables are turned and I'm asking.
It's not turned. Oh, you're asking me to search the whole. You're asking me to search every reference point for no reason. You're asking for no reason because you are upset. You are upset about the conclusion of Cambridge University.
Okay, so well, Kalam wanted me to check outside sources of Islam and give him references, which I was able to do. But when the tables turned and I asked you for the same thing, the same criteria to provide references, you tell me, Anyways, brother, go look after your child.
Anyway, listen, man, let's have it.
Why don't you go read those? How about you go read those, and then you can come on here and tell me if they are not.
It's gone. It's gone. And I don't like when a conversation goes like that. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. It's a bit of a ruffle there. Anyway, listen. I don't know where Kalam is gone. Kalam, are you around, bro?
Nah, he's not there. He's probably trying to get back on. He's probably sorting out something.
Is it? So shall we hang around for him?
Yeah. He'll come back in. He'll pop back in. You can
Okay. If Why So Religious is still asking.
Come back in later.
Is here. Kalam is here, but he's gone silent. This article stuff, one person gives this, the other person gives that. So it's like, I don't know, I haven't read it. Do I need to read it? I mean, it's for people who wants to read it, they can read it, End of the day, belief is a gift, right? And I believe everyone has a belief, whether you believe in a God or not. That belief is still inside of you, because I believe we can't escape that. No one can escape to say that. Even if you say, I don't believe in a God, that is your belief. That is your belief, that you believe that there is no God. That is part of the belief, right? The thing is, I think journey to the truth, it takes a day. You just don't wake up or be born in a house or be born in a Muslim's house and you're going to be a Muslim like that. It wasn't like that for me, although that is my background. It is a journey that everyone needs to take. And if we are all here with that sincere intention, we want to get to the truth. If that is in our heart, it will get to the truth. In one thing about Islam, it tells us that every action is backed by an intention, right? Anything that we do in life, we want to get up, go to the toilet, anything that you do, it's always going to be backed by an intention. And intention is the biggest thing. So if people want to come here, like say for instance, I want to know for sure, 100% documented, was Muhammad was in that sort of time and that, and you're not even in the faith in the first time, how else are you going to come into that faith? You know, that for instance, okay. The thing about the prophet when he came, and I said earlier,
that made no sense. Could you repeat that?
Repeat what? Which part?
You were
About
saying
belief?
so if you're
About
outside.
belief?
So did you say that when you're outside of the faith and you're asking for evidences, how are you ever going to believe it because you're outside of the faith?
No, what I'm saying is, first of all, I said everything is backed by an intention. Do you understand? If the intention is we want to know what the truth is, that's fair enough. That's a good intention. Do you understand?
Hold on, brother. You said something very important. Sorry to cut you. You just said something very important. I was going to get to that. You just said just a second ago, if you want to know, right? Is that what come out your mouth? If you want to know something, yeah. Now, you just been speaking about belief, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, what if we throw into mix knowing and not knowing? Because belief doesn't lead you. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Your belief, though. You believe that there is no God. That's your belief.
Belief. No,
that is your belief.
If I say to you, I don't know there's no God, that's not a belief because I just don't know. You understand?
Okay, if you say you don't know, that's a different matter. That's you don't know. Okay, let's see if you can know. You can
exactly. So then now, for me to then know there is a God will take me to do evidence and stuff. But then now I have to go into your belief.
No, you don't. You know, because now I know. First of all, you said you don't know if there is a God. So now you want to know. So now I have to work with you how you're going to know. That's why I have to work with you first.
So my question would be first, if I say I don't know there's a God and you saying that you believe there's a God, my question then will be to you then is, do you know there's a God?
Can I answer that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Okay, so that question is just like a question that you're just throwing at me. I don't know how genuine that question is because
it's just a simple question.
It doesn't feel it's genuine. It's just feeling one of those things that you just throw at people just for the sake of it. Do you understand?
I'm actually asking you a genuine question. Hold on. Sorry, man. I don't know what's on your. I'm literally asking you a genuine question because I'm guessing you believe there's a God. So now my question to you, instead of saying, because I already know you said you believe there's a God, but my question will be to you is, do you know there's a God? How do you know there's a God?
You know the difference between knowing and believing. You can know a lot of stuff, but believing is another part. Do you believe that?
No.
Because belief is a couple of steps under knowledge, right? Because you know that if you jump off your porch, you're gonna hit the ground, but you could believe that you're gonna float, bro. So there's different levels to it. They're not even close to the same thing.
Right, they're not close. That's why I want to ask you. So now, because I think knowing the truth is weighs a bit more on the scale than belief. Do you understand? So I want to know now. Do you know there's a God?
Do I know there's a God?
Yeah. Do you know that?
Do I know there is a God?
Yeah.
I look around, right? I look around everything that supports me. For instance, everything that is created, right?
Okay.
Right? Going from the heavens to the earth.
Okay.
Right? And everything that is being created out there is continuously supporting man that is standing on this ground today. Right?
Okay.
That and all of that existence doesn't just happen. You know, these kind of questions have been raised throughout humans' life. It's nothing new. It's a genuine question. Do you understand? So if I was to tell you, I'm going to give you a bag of marbles with numbers in them, and I'm going to put it in a bag, and you take it out in the order. What is the chance of you taking it from 1 to 10 in the right order out from a bag?
It'll be rare.
0. Yeah, exactly. So all of this existing to come into place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like Like,
But
is it just like that, or is there a creator beyond that?
So let me ask you. Sorry. Okay. So this is what we've done. So you're now going into and this is what happens sometimes. I've asked you if you know there's a God. Yeah. Now and then what you've gone in and what? Sorry. Let me finish. And what you've gone into then now is the actual.
Because if I said to you, yes,
hold on, brother, hold on, wait.
And
brother,
I gave you the how.
Hold on, brother. Let me ask you a question. So I asked you, do you know there's a God? You didn't say yes. You know there's a God. You then said you look around. Now, when you look around, we know certain things. We don't believe there's a tree. We know there's trees because we see them. We don't believe that there's cars. We know there's cars because man has made them. We don't believe there's a sun. We know there's a sun because you've seen it. We don't believe there's planets because we know there's planets. We can see them in the night sky. So then now, what you've done is looked at the things that we do know, convincing the things that are known. But now, God, this is the question I'm asking you. Do you know God? I want to know this God that you're speaking of. Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know what it is? And if you do, can you then now make me understand and make me know what this God is?
Like I started the conversation before, right? You know, I'm a Muslim, right? Do you understand? I'm believing in a revelation that has come to a man, right? That is my way of knowing God.
Wait. But if you know of a revelation, then you would have to know God because. Oh, okay. I was playing. I have.
Remember, see that? Sorry, Banksy. See, no, but see, Banksy, what he did again. This is why. See now, his confusion. He's mixing the belief.
I'm not. I'm firming what I said. I'm firming what I said.
Listen. No, but listen to what you said. You said, "I
what would you want me
revelation."
To say? What would you want me to say? What is it that you want to hear,
brother?
What is your appetite?
I don't want. It's not what I want you to hear. It's I'm trying to make you understand. I'm trying to find out or know if you know things or you just go on belief, and I'm trying to see if you know the difference between the belief and the knowing. Because
you just said that's the one I said to you in the beginning. There's a difference between knowing and believing, right?
Okay, so which one gives you which one holds more weight, belief or knowing?
Belief would hold more weight, but to know
belief holds more weight.
Get to belief. What would hold more weight? Yeah, belief or knowing?
Yeah. Okay. Which one holds more weight, belief or knowing? So what holds more weight? So believing something or knowing something? Which one is more tangible?
Well, I believe there is an Allah.
I'm not. It's not. I don't want to know if you believe Allah. I just want to know the question between the two. Which one do you believe? Which one do you think is more tangible? Believing in something or knowing to know something? Which one holds more? Which one's more tangible?
This is new.
So let me make. Okay. So let me say. So let me ask you a question. Okay. Let me give you a scenario then. Yeah. So let's just say. Okay. I believe that there may be some lions in the grass. That's one.
In the grass.
Lions. So I believe there could be some lions in the grass.
Use something else, man. This is too light.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Let me give you the other. And then let me give you the other scenario. Yeah.
I can't deal with that one. I mean,
no. It makes it. Brother, trust me. No, brother, listen to me. Brother, yes, Cabs.
If you said
listen.
Can I give a better example as far
as no. Hold on. Let me just say this because this is the simple. I'm gonna say it one more time and make it easier. I believe there's some hungry lions in the grass. Yeah, that's one. And then another one, and the second one is hold on, wait. And the second one is, brother, let me finish, brother.
No,
and the second one is, oh my God, brother, why you not letting me speak?
No. It's just like
let me finish.
I can't put myself in that situation that I believe.
But yes, you can, brother. If you let me finish, then you will understand what I'm saying. Bro, just let me finish. It's not about whether we're in Africa. I'm giving you the scenario. So I believe, brother, that's besides the point. Let me finish what I'm saying. I believe. Listen. Oh my God. Why don't you want to ask me the question? Is there a problem? This is what's showing me that you're uncomfortable about.
No.
You're not even letting me finish.
All right.
So the scenario I'm giving you is, I believe there's some hungry lions in the grass. Now the second point is, I know there's some hungry lions in the grass. Now, if you was to act a point, if you was in a scenario where you believe there's some hungry lions, but you're not quite sure, or you know for certain there's some hungry lions in the grass. Which one are you gonna use if you was in that scenario? Which one is gonna keep you most alive? Knowing or believing? So believing there's some hungry lions, but you're not quite sure. They could be there, they might not be there. Or knowing that they're not there.
I got your question. Can I answer it now?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. First of all, a question that you pose, right? I'm finding it very hard to kind of take it in to understand that for myself. Use something else, please. Try with something else.
Okay, let me use
Go on, Banksy. Go on, Banksy.
No, I'm not Banksy, bro. But
sorry, go on.
You're fine. So let's use the Japanese people, right? For thousands of years, they believe.
Listen, I'm Bangladeshi. My background is Bangladeshi. Can you do something around there?
So listen, I'm gonna do what I do.
I'll go on for you. Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay, give me one moment and I'll finish mine.
No. Hold on, one second. I've got £1 million to give to CPG1. If he could run to Croydon in the next hour.
I can't do that.
Where are you?
I'm in Camden. I can't do that.
You're in Camden. How long will it take you to get to Croydon?
Hey, listen, man, I ain't even going to go out and take a cab for £1 million.
You ain't going to take a cab for £1 million?
Nah.
The lies we tell each other.
Okay.
Peace to religious.
So here's
peace to the panel. Peace, come on. Peace to the panel.
Peace, Marbon. I'll get you on after Wise Religious. Go on, Wise Religious.
Yeah, this is an example. So for hundreds of years, the Japanese people had faith of the living sun god, the emperor. He was god of earth, right? And he could control everything. He had the power of always winning. And then the US came, dropped 2 bombs on his ass, and he gave up and admitted that he was not God on earth. So the people knew instantly that he was not God on earth, but they could still have faith that he was. Do you understand that there is a difference? The faith was proven wrong because the knowledge came to surface that it's not true.
Yeah, but you've given me no knowledge for that reason not to believe in what I believe in.
I'm not saying not to believe. Firstly, that wasn't the argument. The argument is faith stronger or as strong as knowledge? Faith is what. Listen, faith is what kept them going on kamikaze missions because they believed that their emperor was God on earth. Now, when he gets shot down and when he gets conquered, and the people notice that he can't be God on earth because he's powerless against nuclear bombs, they accept the knowledge that he is not God on earth, but they can still have faith.
Let me answer that. You know, these stuff are really boring. You know, you give me something that I'm gonna be interacting with.
Brother.
This story. Listen, can I finish? Let me finish. This story this guy's giving. We read about the story of Pharaoh and the Moses, right? So why do you want to give me Japanese for something that?
Brother. Oh my God. Brother, let me ask you a question because we're getting into the stories. It was a simple thing here. If which one holds more weight, believing in something or knowing? I'm guessing. Have you got a child, brother, by any chance?
I got 3.
You got 3 kids. Okay, let's just make it simple like this. If your child came to you and asked you a question, said, "Daddy, 1 + 1, I believe it's 2." Well, or they come and said, "Daddy, 1 + 1 is 2." Which one holds more weight? Them knowing that 1 + 1 is 2, or them saying that they believe 1 + 1 is 2?
Thank you for having me on, Kalam. Yep, a good night.
All right, peace, Wise to Religious. All right,
peace.
CPG, Rob Bourne, talk to us.
I'm still here.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, I wanted to add on about that. The question about the people. Is there any outside sources that represents anybody talking about Muhammad? But the brother that was on here, he left, and then y'all switched the topic because I wanted to add on about that source that he brought up. So
okay, go ahead.
If I could, can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm gonna do something real quick. And it's one, and then I'm gonna show something else to add on to what the other brother was talking about as far as the word Muhammad or how it was used in those regions. So this book here is did Muhammad exist? And within inside of this book, it deals with the sources that represent everything about Muhammad. So here you see the Syria, which is the biography of him. It tells you 125 years later, then it's added on, etc. But we want to talk about this right here, what the brother brought up. So he brought up this, and this is called the doctrine. This thing right here. Where did it go? Did I pass it? Oh, it is. My bad. So it's called the doctrine Jacobia. And this doctrine Jacobia, hold on. This thing here, this doctrine Jacobia is the earliest mention outside that he was speaking about. And then the person that he's talking about that sources this guy would be this guy here. Hold on. So you see that he mentioned this guy, Robert G. Holland, which I'm going to put right around here. So what happens with this specific story? It says, at the same time, there is not a signal account of any kind of dating around the time of the doctrine Jacobi was written that affirms the canonical Islam story of Muhammad and Islam's origin. One of the possibilities is that the unnamed prophet of the doctrine Jobi was one of several such figures, some of whose historical attributes were later assumed. So this is what the scholars are saying. But in there's a word there, which that you see here. It says Thomas refers to the battle between the Romans and the Tayani di Muhammad, or MHMT, east of Gaza. And then the source, this is 634. If I press this, it'll take you to the actual source. And it says the Tai or Tai were nomads. Other early chronicles use this word to refer to the conquerors. Thus, one historian, the guy that he talked about, Robert G. Holland, has translated Tayana di Muhammad as the Arabs of Muhammad. This translation and similar ones are relatively common. Syriac, however, distinguishes between the T and the D, so it is not certain, although it is possible. So this is what the other guy was talking about, that by Muhammad, Thomas meant Muhammad. So you see this MHMD. Even if Arabs of Muhammad is a perfectly reasonable translation of Tazi di Muhammad, we are still a long way from the prophet. Now, here's the problem here. The problem comes when we get to that story. This prophet that they're describing is doing this war when Muhammad is dead. So Muhammad is dead already, but this prophet that they're speaking about is conducting this this so-called raid. So that's the problem that the scholars have with this specific story. That's what I just wanted to add on about that.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the battle that you're talking about there, right? 634. It could be around the time of the Khilafah Umar. Okay. One thing if I am able to, given the chance to say this, right? When the Prophet came, you all know that his first 10 to 13 years life was in Mecca. And then he migrated and he went to Medina, right? When he went to Medina, and when they had the treaty with the people of Mecca for 10 years, they had the treaty not to have fight, not to have war. At that time, that was when the Prophet sent out letters to the Roman emperors, Byzantium emperors, Persian emperors, all the emperors. Letters went out there inviting them to the message that he was sent for.
I don't want to cut you off, brother, but you said that the Muhammad sent letters to Romans?
Yeah, Roman emperor, Persian emperor.
Do you have one of those? I've never seen that. Do you have that?
Okay. I saw on YouTube some of the Christian priests, I don't know which one they were. They had one of the letters still on a museum or something. These letters are there. I can find them for you if you want. Do you understand? Now, hold on. All I want to explain is in that 10 years, the message went out, and at the same time, they're spreading the message within Saudi Arabia and all of that. Now, the Prophet suddenly dies, right? When he dies, right, then comes Abu Bakr, right? And they're still continuing his work. So now he's not alive, but his work has been continued. And then he died after 2 years. Then comes Abu Bakr, Umar. But by that time, Abu Bakr, the first Khalifa, right? The companions were already stationed in places like Iran, places like Iraq, places like Syria. All of these things was happening. So the big battle, if that is what it's referring to, in Arabic, it is known as the Battle of Yarmouk. And this is a very historical term.
All right, let me move on, yeah? Let me move on. Benny, bro, talk to me, King.
What up, what up?
Yeah, Benny,
what
bro,
up, can
talk
you
to
hear
me.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I
Yeah, I
want
can
to
hear
ask you I want to ask you a question, Kalam, and I want to know if you know. I heard something. I don't have the Lee with me right now, but maybe you know. Is that there was a coin sent? There was a coin sent to a king or something in the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And on that coin, it's in the museum. It says on the back of that coin, it says the Shahada. It says La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So I really want to know if you know about this coin from the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Can I show some of them coins, Kalam?
Yeah, you can show him the coins. It wasn't in the time of the Prophet Muhammad, but it was roughly around 50 to 60 to 70 years afterwards. Go ahead, Rabun.
Yeah, my screen is there. You just got to put it on.
Okay, cool.
You got to press it. All right, so you see this right here, right? So this is from the book, The Early History of Islam, right? So but the other brother that was, I can't tell who was speaking, but he was talking about how Muhammad is a term that can be almost placed on anyone worthy of praise. So the coins that you're talking about, these Arab rulers have them, and the beginnings of them start with Christians, right? So in one of these coins, right, scholars now have rarely understood the inscriptions with the motto Abd Allah and the motto Muhammad scholars until now have rarely understood the inscriptions with the motto Abdullah and the motto Muhammad as pointers to Jesus. Say that again, as pointers to Jesus and his status as Abdullah, the servant of God, in a sense of East Syrian theology, just as rarely have they understood the categorization of Jesus as Muhammadan, chosen or praised. So they begin to put the linguistics next to these. These are different variations of it, but I'm just going to show you. Right here, you'll have a minting of coins from Muhammad and the formula in Syria and Palestine, and it keeps going and going. But I just want you to see these coins. Let me blow them up so you can see here. So I get a little closer. So these Arab Syrian coins, etc., mentioned Muhammad of the right to the left, above, whatever. All of these things, some of these are basically referring to Jesus, not this specific Muhammad. And then you'll get to the ruler Abd al-Malik, and within inside of his, it says he wanted to strengthen the Arabian Empire from within by erecting an Arabian church of the Arabian Empire. So this is a theology that doesn't come from Nestorian Christian, but Syrian theology. And all through this whole book shows these coins with this Muhammad, and it also addresses the informants of the prophet. And then it also addresses how they don't mention specific things that should be mentioned. So, for me, I would say it is a little shaky, man. I mean, so it's easy to, like, if somebody existed, we looking for stuff outside of it to see it. And we in the Pacific areas where this is at and these Arab rulers. And if we see this happen in the beginning, then we have a problem, because now you have this title, Muhammad, being pointed at Jesus all through here, coin after coin after coin after coin. This is what you will see. So I'll stop sharing. If y'all want to add on about that, I know Kalam know about that stuff. Kalam go in about that.
I can comment on that.
And let me shout out real quickly, my brother Dexter. Hey, shouts out to you, King. God damn, I miss you, my brother. I miss you. All right.
Yeah,
hey, listen, Rob, You just went in still. You just went in. You just went in. All right.
Yeah, but you know about this stuff from years ago, bro. You know.
I know, baby. You know what another good book is? You know, a good book is this. You know, those of you.
Yeah, that's the book. That's the book that I showed.
There you go.
That's the book that I was showing.
Who's the author? The author?
How you pronounce
this one?
his name? Harry
Puin, and
Oleg.
Oleg.
There you go.
Puin and Oleg.
There's three.
All
you
right.
know, there's a new one, right? There's a new one.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but what do you think about that, Kalam? As far as they talking about these sect of Christians that were doing that, what do you think about it?
See, I'm on the fence because there is this thing about Muhammad being a title or Muhammad being an actual name. Of course, Muhammad in the Arabic means one who is praised. One who's praised, basically.
No, Muhammad doesn't mean one who's praised. The one who's praised is referring to Ahmed.
Could you give me the etymology of Muhammad and tell me what it means?
Honestly, brother, you know, I don't know these things. Like, you know, I don't walk around knowing all that knowledge that someone's going to ask me, but I can always get whatever information that I say I want to get. I can always get them. If you put me on that route to go and get this and that.
Do you know the root of Muhammad? The root of Muhammad.
Root?
Yep.
How deep you want to go?
Well, okay. When I say the root of Muhammad is in etymology, i.e. in a name, for example, there is the root and there is a actually, let me not even go too deep. Let me not go too deep. The root of Muhammad is Ahmed or Hamid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hamid, as you say, Hamdulillah, yeah, means praise. Are you with me?
Yeah.
The root of Muhammad's name is praised. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
prefix mu means one off. One off. That's literally what the Arabic prefix means. One off, praise. Okay. That's literally, if you was to say word for word, what does it mean? Muhammad mean is one of praise. Muslims translate it as one who is worthy of praise or praiseworthy.
Okay.
But it literally means one who is praised.
Okay.
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 So it can literally be a title, meaning a person who is praised. Like, so for example, Jesus could be.
So say it is a title.
Sorry?
Say it is a title for now.
Yep. So I'm saying to you, I don't know, okay, whether I've read some of the research on this, but I have not come to the conclusion whether Muhammad is either a title, meaning one who is praised, and this could relate to anybody. It could relate to a caliph, for example. It could relate to Jesus, for example, or it could relate to a governor or anybody else.
I don't think it can relate to a caliph.
It could relate to anybody who is praiseworthy. For example, some people put forward.
Can't relate to a caliph.
Okay, let me finish, my brother. Let me finish. Like, just mute your mic and listen. Okay. Some people will say that this is related to Abdul Malik, meaning Abdul Malik is the Muhammad, meaning the one who is worthy of praise or one who is praised. Some people are on that, saying that. Other people are saying this is relating to Jesus, who is the one who is being praised. And then yet again, others are saying this is talking about Muhammad as the person, the name Muhammad. Now, I'm on the fence. I don't know. There is not enough information, in my humble opinion, for me to know whether this is a name that's been given to Jesus or anybody else.
Okay.
Now, what is very interesting, though, very, very interesting, the very first time we see the name Muhammad, as far as I know, let me just quickly think back at this. In terms of epigraphy or numismatics, meaning something that's actually edged down in history, okay? The first time we do see the name Muhammad being mentioned, it's with a figure, a human figure with a cross. Okay, a human figure with a cross. My brother Rob one.
Where do you see this?
Hold on, 1 second.
Show it. You want me to
Can
show
you
it?
just show it again. Yeah, please show it again.
Let me.
It's very interesting for Muslims to see. Very interesting.
Let me scroll down and grab it.
What kind of time are we going back to?
Very interesting.
What kind of time are we going back to?
We're going back to 6. There's conflicting reports whether this is 680s or earlier.
680s or earlier.
Yeah.
Give me
after the Prophet Muhammad.
Sorry?
after the Prophet Muhammad? Because he was born in 571.
Muslim traditions have accepted, okay, that he was born in 570 and died in 632.
Oh, when you
Now,
say
of course,
Muslim, now I think what you're giving me is your version of it, or this new version of it, what you guys are thinking. So you're thinking from 680?
no, I'm just telling you what the Muslim tradition, the accepted Muslim tradition is 570 to 632. This same dating of the Muhammad has been accepted by Western academia as being the date and times that Muhammad was alive. 570.
Academia, what is this? Is this like a strong thing or just some historical things?
Academia is basically it's just to do with academics, like studying, research, universities, college, academia.
Okay, so people have studied, and they also say what you just said, 571 to 632.
570 to 632. Okay. To be simple, you can Google it or Wikipedia it, and this is the accepted date.
No, carry on.
Right?
I'm going to hear
now,
new
when
stuff.
you go inside
to make notes as well.
When you go inside of the when you go inside of the Islamic narrative and the histories, there is even debate amongst the Islamic scholars whether Muhammad was born and died and received revelations and so forth. Was it really that date, or was it earlier, or was it later?
And when are they talking?
Some people say, let me finish and we can continue, right? Some people say that Muhammad died at the age of 60. Some people say that he died at the age of 63. Some people say that he died at the age of 65. It all depends. But the accepted norm, that the Muslims have gone with, is 570 to 632, saying that Muhammad was 63 years of age.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's my belief.
That's the accepted norm. That's the accepted norm. Now, this is highly questionable. It's highly questionable. I don't even want to go there right now because it is very highly questionable. And the reason why it's highly questionable is this. Archaeology does not support it. What do I mean by archaeology? What do I mean by archaeology does not support it?
Go on.
Muhammad was born in the year of what? There is a famous saying. Muhammad was born in the year of
elephant.
Let's see. Elephant. The year of the elephant, or this supposed time, which was something that actually took place throughout Arabia, where Ethiopians, were enforcing their rule in Arabia.
That's the archaeology you got about the dead bodies of the elephants and all that sort of stuff.
No. And Abraha marching in, into Arabia and conquer and
tried to destroy the Caba
and making sure his rule is as is. We have epigraphy, meaning steles and other things that are dating back to certain dates, talking about the different tribes and different places that he went into. And we know that this took place 20 plus years, or roughly 20 years, before 570. So this happened around 550. So it's either Muhammad was born in the year 550, for example, which is the actual year of the elephant, or he was born in 570, which was not in the year of the elephant.
Okay, Kalam, can I tell you something quickly here?
Yeah, I got it on the thing. All you gotta do is share it. That's the one you're talking about.
All right, and now let's go into this. Let's go into the coins now. Yep, this is called.
I want to ask you another question.
No.
Okay,
we'll go into that afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
So, is this the one?
Hold on. Is that the right one?
There's a guy there with a cross, and he's got some clothes on. The one that is down, and the one that got M on it, is it going to be referring to Muhammad? I don't know.
No.
The other one, figure number 5.
No, this isn't the one. You had it up before, though, my brother.
Coin from Damascus. Come on, these are.
Wait a minute, I messed up. My bad. Hold on.
Christian Arabian rule. You know that's not surprising to me. Christian Arabian rule in Damascus and all that. You know why? As you're doing this, let me quickly say, there was a group of Arabs who embraced Christianity and they moved around to that part of the world and they lived with the Romans and all of that. So this might be going back to them. Like I'm just saying, this is what it looks to me like.
Okay, yeah, there you go. It's the bottom one. It's
Yeah,
that bottom
I
one.
got it. I'm gonna blow it up more. This one right here, right?
All right. Okay. Yeah. What the
So-
bottom one? Yeah. Okay. I can see Muhammad there with figure 18. Is that the one you're referring to?
Figures, yep, figure 18.
Figure 18's
17
got
and 18.
17 probably has got Muhammad written on the side, but figure 18, mim, ha, mim, dal. I can see that in Arabic word, so I recognize that it says Muhammad. Okay.
Okay. So the
Syrian.
very first.
Syrian
Do we have the
coin
dating?
with
Do you have
what?
the dating on this one? Do you have the dating on this one, Rabon? And please,
on.
CBG1, just mute your mic.
I couldn't hear you. This is Al Malik. This is his rule.
This is Israel. Okay, there's one prior to that.
Abdul Malik.
I remember off my head. I got the book too, the actual book written in right here. So let me see. Because I can't search this because it's how I got this. I can't put it in there. So I gotta get it from the actual book.
Okay, you told me to mute my mic, but I'm talking. I'm sorry, but earlier on, as I said, I see like something about Christian rule around that time sort of thing. So we need the time. I need the time to say what I want to say.
Of the rule of Ab Malik.
You know this figure 18, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's got an M at the top, and it's got those like matchstick people at the bottom, right? When you look at that, you look at that M. What does that M? Is that M telling that? Do you feel you understand what that M is?
No, it has nothing to do. The M has nothing to do with Muhammad.
Okay, that's fine. When we look at the stick man, right? Does that tell you guys anything?
The stick man
Yeah,
on the
it does.
left.
Yeah, no, at the bottom, figure 18 at
Yeah,
the
it
bottom,
does.
it's got a circle. Okay, what is this telling you guys?
It's
Figure
telling us
18.
that this person is a ruler.
No. Just what does it mean? Like the circle, it got a line going all the way across. It's got a line coming down, then another circle, then another line going up. Can you see all that? What I'm saying?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyways, I need you to just mute your mic for a hot second, though. So, anyways, the very first mention of a Muhammad, okay, is actually found within inside of what seems to be a very Christian. Is very Christian. What do I mean by that? It is a man holding a cross, okay, as a ruler holding a cross with the name Muhammad attached to it.
Oh, that's page 44, bro.
Oh, page 44. Go ahead.
What page am I on? 46. This page. This guy. Let me go up. It's gonna be something like this. That's this coin, which is this. Talking about this, right?
Yeah, it was basically during the time of Muawiyah. Yeah.
This is it right here. This is the same thing.
Yeah,
that's the one. It says Muawiyah in the heading there underneath.
Yeah,
right.
But there is one that actually shows you. It has a man or ruler with holding a cross, and it says the name Muhammad, and this was during the time of Muawiyah. That's the very first time I think we have, coins with the name Muhammad on it.
Oh, this is what happens. Never let nobody hold your book because you don't get it back, bro. I had to buy a new book and it ain't underlined or nothing, man. This one? No.
It is definitely on page. It's on page 44 anyway, I think.
Yeah, and then there's 43, which is this, if I remember correctly.
Okay, it says here on page 44, it says here, other coins from this period also bear the cross and the word Muhammad. A Syrian coin that dates from 686 or 687 at the earliest features what numinists Volker-Pop describes as the Muhammad motto on the reverse side. The obverse depicts a ruler crowned with a cross and holding another cross. And it continues and says here, the most obvious explanation is that Muhammad, to whom the coin refers, is not the prophet of Islam. Alternatively, the figure on the coin could have evolved into the Muhammad of Islam, but it was not much like him at the time the coin was issued. Or it may be that the word Muhammad is not a name at all, but a title meaning the praised one or the chosen one. Pop noting that some of these 7th century cross-bearing coins also bear the legend Bismillah, in the name of God, as well as Muhammad, suggests that the coins are saying of the depicted ruler, he is chosen in the name of God, or let him be praised in the name of God. This could be a derivative of the common Christian liturgical phrase referring to the coming of Christ. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. In that case, the Muhammad, the praised or blessed one, would be Jesus himself. Okay. And it continues that, you know, this is on page 44 of your first book that you showed up, not the early history of Islam, but the first book that you had up.
Oh, this one. Hold on. Let me go. I can put that on the screen so that people can see it. So let me go back out.
Who was Zion?
I'm gonna put that up again for you. Page 44. You said, right?
Yeah, and shout out to Asiatic who's joined us as well. Benny Bro, I don't know if we had Benny Bro speak. Can't remember.
Yeah, it was me. Who was asking the question about the coins.
Oh yeah. There you go. So you've gotten us down a whole new angle. Listen, I have to go very soon. I want to do more, but I definitely do need to go soon. Let me continue though. Here we go. You got it up, page 44.
Hold on, because this is on a Kindle, so it's hard for me to go by page. So it gave me the source here. Hold on, let me go back in here.
We would have it on 6.8. What was it? 686 to 8687. Where was it again?
680. I just seen it. Hold on. So this says 650 coin in Palestine bears the inscription Muhammad, but depicts. Whoa, what the hell just happened there?
Oh,
that's
sugar.
crazy.
He'll
get all my books, baby. Get all my books, man. See, cross. Let me put it back one more time. Cross. I don't know why it doesn't go directly to the page. So this is it with Mawai. All right, is this it? It says 660, 670 coin depicts Muhammad holding cross. I want the actual page though.
Yeah, if you can go to page 44, I know it's definitely on page 44. So just scroll along and you'll find it.
Can I ask you?
Hold on. So what's this?
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, you guys are looking for a coin, right? And you're looking for a coin that will tell you if you were to pull out a coin and whatever the year that you're going to pull out, say for instance, on that, you're going to say that is the year of Muhammad. Is that what this is about?
Nope, it's not about that at all.
So why we coin for?
Because as you're a Muslim, okay, this can actually, if you chose to, and you chose to step out of the realms of traditions and go into the realms of realism. I'm going to actually say this is realism. This is things that you can actually factually prove, touch. I was going to say touch, taste, smell. Okay, things that you can actually prove. That the very first time we see the mention of the name Muhammad, okay, inside of something that is tangible, physically tangible, is actually on a cross. On a coin, okay? And the coin is of a ruler holding a cross. And it says the name Muhammad.
I found it.
Whether this is the Prophet Muhammad,
I found it.
There you go. Or simply a person or ruler in that time.
You showed that before. You've showed all this before.
Now this is a different book though. So this is explaining it. So right here, go to the next page. Other coins from the period also bear the cross and the word Muhammad. A Syrian coin that dates from 688 to 687. So here's your date. at the earliest features that Numismatic Boca Pop describes as the Muhammad motto. So before that, before he showed this is what the brother said is here, and this is the point. So that's your date. That's your date right there.
So you got 686, was it? Where is it gone?
Right here. I will go right back again. Here's the coin.
686. You got 686, 687, right? Yeah. This is those coins. Because of those coins, and it's holding a man with the cross, and it's got Muhammad written on it. Therefore, this Muhammad is Christian.
No, what it's saying is that this is what it's saying, that this is the first time in the literature or something written down that we have this. This is what this is saying. That's all.
Okay.
And it's not saying that.
Okay, so what's the name of the author again, sir, please? The name of the author again of this book.
This book is called "Did Muhammad Exist?" and an inquiry into Islam's obscure origins. But you want this. You want the source. The source is the coin and anything that's written about these coins. So the guy's name is Boca Pop, describes as the Muhammad motto on the reverse side. I click number 12 here, and number 12 goes right back to that book that I had, the first book that I showed you. And then the primaries is in there, then you go from that point. You don't want this. If you want to go to the actual primary, you just go to that book, get the book, and then go look up everything that's written about it. This is not to say that that's Muhammad, though. That's not to say that. You know what I mean?
Very unlikely I'm going to actually do that as well, because it's not giving me enough to go down that route and do that and ask and what's going on. It's not enough, because I'm just a genuine guy still. Do you know what I mean? And I seek my knowledge and all of that. And when all of this is coming to me, it's not doing anything to me to say, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, of course. It's not doing that to me. When I see that, I understand why something like that has happened. I can understand from what I know why something like that has happened. That's my thing.
Yeah, all it is just the evidence. I haven't read this in a while. I just happened to see the title of the video and thought it was interesting, so I just logged. I was like, oh wow, he's still talking about this, so I jumped on. So I just thought I thought somebody got something new. Trust me, if there was something new about this, the whole world would know about it, bro.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right.
Let me just take out one for a minute. I need to get everybody else in. We've got Ian, who's here as well, and we've got Asiatic. What you saying, Asiatic? What you saying, Ian? We don't have long left.
All right, peace, brother Kalam. How you feeling?
That's Asiatic black man.
Yeah, how you feeling? Peace, brother.
Oh man, here come the NOY. What's up, brother? Peace.
Yeah, brother Kalam. I think we can approach it from the South Arabian point of view as well. If we trace the use of the mantra Rahman that came out of South Arabia, as you just referenced a few minutes ago with Abraha, and the way that he wrote the letter about God, but he used the terminology Rahman, and it is inscribed on the Marib Dam. So I just think it's worthwhile as well. We could gather sources from South Arabia to add to the discussion.
Sick. Yes. There you go. That's what I like to hear and see. I love that.
You know where he got that from, right? You know where he got that from, Kalog?
Is that from you?
Hold on. Say my speed one more time, Kalog.
I think we got the same source, right, boy?
I will put your master teacher up. Hold up. Where he at? Wait a minute. Yeah. So you can look at my books. You need to get some of these books and learn about that West African stuff. So you hold on. Let me go right here. Hold on. What's his name? This book right here. Black Arabia, baby. This is source.
That's one of them.
Right here.
That's one of them, brother.
Am I lying?
Black Arabia.
No,
am I lying?
It's in there too, though, Rabon. But I got the Jewish Christian. I got the Jewish Christian religious influence on pre-Islamic Arabia,
Okay, that's
on the
good though.
examples. Yeah, RHMNHNN. Merciful.
But that's a good way. I
Yeah.
just like the question that he asked. That's real dope for someone to come up and provide some new information for us that we may have never heard of.
Jeez.
I think it's
Yes,
dope.
sir.
That's a dope question.
All right, let's get into this. Let's who's here? Ian, Peace King. Are you there? All right. If you're not there, all right, family. Before we go, because we're going very soon. Yeah. Here is the link. If you want to come in, come in. Mahmoud Ali says, "Salam kalam. I haven't been. Sorry, I've seen many of your videos. Haven't heard if you're on here for a while. I'm assuming. I'm trying to read through what you're saying. Yeah, peace to you though. I'm here, family. I'm here. Salam. Assalamu alaikum. What's good? All right. You know what? Yeah, there is so much information. Yeah, I would love to actually go through with you guys on this very topic, but I don't think we have the time to actually go through a lot of this stuff because this is quite interesting, and I'm very happy that a lot of the historical stuff is starting to circulate out there. But I really want, a nice team or a group of people to start speaking about Ethiopia and the Ethiopian influence, okay? Because that's just one thing that nobody discussed. We're all talking about Byzantium and the Sassanids, but what about Ethiopia? And why do I say this? Because the very first records of all of this that's going on is not what people think of as Islamic or Arabic. It's actually Ethiopian individuals. As I kept saying, Amr ibn al-Az, okay? The one who went into Egypt and started to run things, okay? Let's see if I can actually bring that up. Let me see if I can bring.
What's his name again? What's the name again? You said
Amr ibn al-Az.
Let me get a pen back.
Let me just.
Hey, Kalam.
Yeah, finally, what's good?
Long time to see, man.
Time, my brother. Was good.
Glad to see, man. Really glad to see you. Someday I sent something on some message to you on your Hangout.
Oh.
I don't think you use that no more, right?
No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I haven't been on
Amir
there for a hot minute.
ibn al-As. Okay.
Yes, Amr ibn al-Az.
Okay, what?
They say.
So how things?
Everything's blessed, man. Everything's blessed. I'm just going to quickly go through this before, because we've got to keep it moving. It says here that was the Arab commander who led the Muslim conquest of Egypt and served as his governor in 640 to 646 and 658 to 664. The son of a wealthy Quraysh, Amr embraced Islam in 629, was assigned important roles in the nascent Muslim community by the Islamic prophet. Okay? That's what it says. But again, who knew? Does anybody know that he was of Ethiopian descent? Nobody don't know this. Okay? Nobody don't know this. We put out some information about this, like I can't remember how long ago, but it was to do with the African rulers in Islam, and it's all there for everybody to see that he was of Ethiopian descent. In fact, he converted to Islam via who? Who converted him to Islam? The Ethiopian emperor. The Ethiopian emperor converted him into Islam. He goes out now and conquers Egypt.
You said the Ethiopian emperor converted him.
Converted him. And I'm going to do it like that, in quotation marks.
Okay.
Because, of course, Amr ibn al-Az was an opponent of Muhammad during his lifetime, according to the Syrian literature. And he went over to the Najashi to be like, boy, I'm not feeling that Muhammad. And he's like, listen, you need to go and follow him. You need to go back, go and follow him. And he's the one now who goes and conquers Egypt, okay, and rescues the Egyptians from, I'm going to say rescue the Egyptians from the Byzantiums, gets the bishop back into place, and other things. We even have Amr ibn al-Az's seal, okay. Again, we talk about there's no pictures allowed in Islam, right? No pictures allowed in Islam. Yet Amr ibn al-Az, I don't know if it's even here. Let me see if we can. Let me see. No, let me type in the seal. Let's see if we can find his seal quickly. Let's see, seal. He's somebody we can find with inside of history. Here you go. There you go. There you go. This is the seal of Amr ibn al-As. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's his seal right there. We also have some inscriptions and so forth. The 7th century power bearing the seal Amr ibn al-Az, who the commander of the Muslim army in Egypt wrote it, or more likely had it written by someone to the Pagarch, probably an Egyptian provincial official of Heraclius at the time, and commands him to send a quantity of food and fodder every month for the use of Amr's forces and their horses. The original seal of the papyri, close up of the seal. This artifact is a part of the Archduke Rainer collection at Austrian National Library, Vienna. And it says here, in name of God, Amr, of course, I know you're going to say Ambrose, but it's really Amr, governor to the Pagarch of Heraclius, hand over to the Amir, son of Asla, 4 bundles of fodder for 2 solidi, taken from him a receipt, and for maintenance of his men, 1 artaba of barley groats per head. Jot it down and send this man to a reserved place, and do not trouble this place by beleting others. But Amr, written on the 13th of the month of Tb, in the first declaration of Amr, son of Asla, respecting fodder for 2 solidi delivered by the inhabitants of Kefali. Okay, this is it right here. Okay,
so would he mentioned Muhammad, right?
No, of course he doesn't mention Muhammad.
Okay,
Doesn't mention Muhammad.
Okay.
No. This is he, according to the Islamic traditions. Okay, he converted to Islam via the hands of the Najashi. He followed Muhammad, and he went out and conquered Egypt, or a part of Egypt, basically, and got the Byzantiums out, and basically was looking after the Egyptian people. The Egyptian people was very happy.
So this is the guy that comes with the slave trading thing with Nubia, right?
Nope, no. That's much later on. Okay. A lot of that is just fallacious with the whole slave trading of Nubians and so forth. But we'll get to that another time, because we'll show you how I remember posting this up on Facebook a long time ago. This was like, the end of the Umayyads, basically, where things were getting a bit out of hand in Egypt. Yeah, basically in Egypt. Whoever was ruling, whoever the Arab ruler was in Egypt was getting a bit out of pocket. So you know what the emperor had to do? The emperor said, listen, big man thing, yeah? Big man thing. You men are taking the piss. They rode out with all of their, rode out with the army, marched throughout Egypt, just taking people, just like, yeah, on an Aggie tip, yeah, saying, listen, better give over the patriarch here, or it's going to be a mad thing. The man, they just had to say, you know what? I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. Here, take the patriarch back. Please don't march into Egypt further. Like, please. So this is quite interesting. Like, if we see the power that the Ethiopians or the Aksumite Empire actually had, right? Yet, for some reason, we believe that the Arabs just ran things without nobody saying nothing to them. They ran out the Byzantians, they ran out the Sassanids, but for some strange reasons, they didn't run out the Ethiopians. Why is that? That's the question we have to start asking. How were they able to run out everybody else, but not the Ethiopians, but yet the Ethiopians were the ones backing these people in the beginning? If they are these people outside of the Ethiopians. Why are all these rulers called amirs? Amir is just like another word saying prince. Why are none of them kings or emperors? Who was really in power and control? That's the question I'm going to ask. I'm going to start putting out there, because people are putting out a history of early Islam and leaving out the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians were the ones who conquered everything. If you're talking about the Umayyad periods, Ethiopians. If you're talking about the Abbasid period, the early Abbasid period, Ethiopians. If you're talking about the dynasty of Ali and so forth, you're talking about the Sudanese, the Nubians and the Ethiopians. These are the people that were really in power. What are these pale-skinned Arabs and other people that come in much later on? It's like how you giving these people the credence when the early Christians and the people in the surrounding areas, they talked about these people coming in. They didn't say they're Muslims or nothing like that. They said they are the Saracens and the Hagarians. Okay, two names given to Ethiopians and Egyptians or Nubian people. How did they now suddenly become pale skin Arabs? That's the question I'm confused at. I'm confused. Why is that? Why is that? If we all know that Hagar was an Egyptian, some people say Ethiopian as well. Like, why are we saying that these people were pale skin Arabs? If you know that the Saracens, the word Saracen meaning not of Sarah, meaning Keturah and Hagar, we know that Keturah is supposed to be an Ethiopian again. So it's telling you that these people are Ethiopian / Egyptians that came in and started running things. But how comes that they now become Arab or Islamics or Muslims? It doesn't make no sense. If we're talking about
because the desert Arabs Aryanized everything.
We brought out information earlier that nobody knew that Umar's parents were Ethiopian. Why is the Ethiopian link Ethiopian, but yet everybody else is saying something completely different? Racism's still alive. They're just concealing it. I'm just hoping this will start to come and evidence will start showing that we're really talking about an Ethiopian empire that was stretching from Ethiopia, Sudan, Nubia, Egypt, across into Arabia, across into the
Hijaz,
across all of that. Okay, the Ethiopians were running things. I still want to know, apart from the mythology of these these birds coming in and throwing rocks at the Ethiopians with the elephants. Apart from that myth, right? Where do we find the Ethiopians left power in Arabia? Because during the time of Muhammad, they were in power. Again, I'm going to repeat. During the time of Muhammad, they were supposedly in power, right?
Yes.
The Ethiopians, remember, they marched into Mecca, to the Caba and all these different things here with the elephants, and they were running. The Arabs were all scared. Who remembers that story? We remember that story, right?
Yeah.
We remember that Muhammad had to send his followers over into Ethiopia and so forth, right?
Yeah.
So nobody couldn't harm them. Yeah. So if these people had the power, this was the superpower in those days. The superpower that ran all the way up into Syria. They were running in Syria, in the 500s, let alone any 300s to 500s. They were up in Syria running things. They were the superpower. Why don't we get taught about this in history? All we're concerned about is Byzantium and Persians and Sassanids, and now this new power called the Arabs running things. No, this was an Ethiopian empire spreading its Judeo-Christianity. That's what's really going on. But anyways, I don't even want to talk too much here because you know me, I like talking and bringing out the proof and evidence in the books and so forth. So right now I'm just talking off head.
You gotta heat it up, brother.
Man. What do you say, family? Talk to us.
So
Terry Riggs up in the building. Hold on 1 second. Let me just quickly shout out a few people. Terry Riggs in the building. First Semitic people are in fact from Ethiopia and in general East Africa. Root of Semitic genetic haplogroup has been found out there. Okay, that's from Gwillian. Shouts out to Gwillian. I apologize everybody who's been sending out super chats. I haven't actually been checking the super chats and been highlighting it and bringing it up. Apologies. Let me see who else is here. Anyways, if you want to get my attention, tag Titans TV or super chat. These are the two ways that I can see your things bolded up. Many men claim to be his dad. His name was drawn out. A man randomly gave his name. Big up Kalam, educate us. Says Selassie. Gulin Didier says, weren't the Ethiopians a very secluded society? If not, why did they become as so later on? That is the question. That definitely is the question, because after a certain point in history, we don't get to see much about the Ethiopians. And nobody's doing the study as to this, as to why we don't. So yeah, I think there's a lot more research, a lot more digging up that needs to be done, and stop this one-sided talks. Gabs, did you want to say anything? Is Gabs there? Yeah, Gabs is there. Rob boy, you want to say anything?
Yeah. So when you was talking about probably 50 years later from this guy's rule, so you saying that the slaves of Nubian is English?
Say again?
Oh, when I was talking about like 50 years later, or getting to that 700 period, you saying that the slaves that was taken from Nubia actually is not even that. Yeah. So
bro,
it's around 666. Are you saying that that's not
no, I'm going to say this here. Some people were taking slaves illegally or illegally. Is that the right way of saying it? Kidnapping people and taking them as slaves. That did happen.
Right.
And the Ethiopians had to march up and stop these things from taking place. But this whole Bact agreement and so forth that we have, BAQT, where is that written in? I can't remember the book that's written in. But it's an Islamic tradition. Okay, we are only listening to one side of the story as to say this is correct, right? One side of the story from the Islamic tradition, which is not, how can I put it? Most of the stuff in there is not historically reliable. It's not reliable information, and it's one-sided information at that. You dig?
Right.
When we go into the actual history, we find something completely different.
All right, so check it out. Who is these people? I'm gonna share something real quick because I want to make sure that when did the Amir you put ruled again in Ethiopia?
Amr ibn al-As.
So he's in Egypt, right?
Yeah, that's 640s.
All right. Okay. How long did he rule for?
On and off. I think it was for a period of like 20 years, I believe.
Okay. So I'm gonna show this. You can see my thing.
There we go.
All right. This is the Trans-Saharan slave trade book, all right, by John Wright. So right here, so I can blow this and blow it up a little more. So while he was in rule, it says the first accounts of the Arab penetration of the Sahara to the frontiers of the Sudan confirm that slavery, if not active slave trading, as you said earlier, already existed there. During the early Arab conquest of North Africa in 666, Akbar bin Nafa occupied Wadan, one of the God-Ofora oases where the central Saharan road enters Fezin, and imposed the tribute of 360 slaves on the place. He then went on to Fezin capital, Gurma, demanding the same levy. After taking all the Fezin settlements, he finally, according to the 9th century Egyptian historian Ibn Abd al-Hakim, penetrated as far south as the oasis of Kwa, Lake Chad, or whatever. So when I keep reading all of this, it's going to go back into Egypt. And so when this guy is ruling, he's doing this?
When the first accounts of the Arab penetration of the Sahara frontiers confirmed slavery, if not active slave trading, already existed there. During the early Arab conquest of North Africa, Uqba bin Nafi occupied Wadan. I think I imposed a tribute of 360. No, this is talking about much later on. This 360 slaves story is talking about the Bact agreement. If you type in BAQT agreement, that's where we get first hear that story.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. All right.
Yeah, the Bact. So, the Bact was a 7th century treaty between Christians, state of Mokoria, and the new Muslim rulers of Egypt, lasting almost 700 years. It is, by some measures, the longest lasting treaty in history. The name comes either from the Egyptian term for barter or Greco-Roman term for pact. The Bact was signed. It says here the Bact was signed in 641, etc., etc. Okay, that's what they say, but there is, and this is the source of Ibn Abdul Hakam, one of the first historians to discuss the treaty. Gives two different versions of the treaty. The first has only Nubia sending slaves north, thus symbolizing subservience to Egypt. The second version adds an obligation of the Egyptians to also send goods south, including wheat and lentils, in exchange for the slaves. This would put the two nations on a more equal footing. So yeah, the very first time we see this was like very much later on, and it's saying that basically the Muslims were running things in Sudan or the Mokoria region, but in reality that was a one-sided story where that never took place because these people were a superpower in those days.
Right. So that's what I was trying to figure out, because I'm looking to see who's these guys that go into North Africa. So they going in there. Are we talking when they get to Egypt, and we don't see Ethiopia as far as, like you said, a takeover, but I just wanted to see, like, how does that correlate with this? That's all I was trying to figure out. That was it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how that was correlating. So those emirs, I'm gonna go look those people up. I'm gonna go check out those emirs, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to find more information for you guys, but it's hard to
Actually, his grandfather, excuse me, Kalam, his grandfather carried the title. His great grandfather carried the title of Amir Ullah Hashem. So that it would go in that line, because when we look at South Arabia, we see the Himyarites was pushing hard against the Romans too, with Assad and Yusuf Dunawas, and that's all a part of that history, like you were saying, Brother Kalam.
Go on. You lot talk for a little while. I need to just find information.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, family, we had Yusuf Dunawas and Assad as well coming out of South Arabia, Himyarite kings pushing the mantra of Rahman, which happens to be one of the chief attributes of Allah in the Quran. It's one of the oft repeated verses. But I believe that there's a deeper connection there. There's an African connection there through the Ethiopians or Cushites. I don't know how you see that, Rabor.
I don't know. It's because, like, I don't know. You know the area in history I'm at right now, so I haven't looked at this in a while. So this is me going off the head as he's talking. Little things popping up, and I'm like, oh, I got this here, and I just grab it. I don't know. So if I don't know, I don't have a definitive answer on that. I'm not sure. Is that African connection? Yeah, I can prove that, but I want to look into what Kalam was talking about with the Ethiopian part.
Yeah, Kalam, he on point.
That's a different tape. I want to see what's up with that.
Right. Yeah, bro.
How long you been watching? How long you been watching?
Who, me?
Yeah, how long you been watching today?
Oh, I just tuned in a little while ago. Probably about 30 minutes.
Yeah, because we was talking about the existence of Muhammad. Is there any sources out on the outside? And then I like those coins, and we're dealing with those coins and with this Christian connection with this title or whatever you want to call the Muhammad. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, indeed.
So I could always learn, son. You know what I'm saying? This is North Africa. I'm West Africa up, son. West Africa and America. I'm history up. I'm about to do something more Britain. I'm about to do something more Britain, Kalam. I'm coming over. About to do some history on there. We're gonna talk about the African and Britain, baby.
All right. I love that. Hey, see, this is something that I read time ago, 2014. 2014. You listen to this. What they won't tell you: when Abdul Malik and Muslims were acting up approximately 748, Ethiopia under the king Kyriacus, okay, check out this name, Kyriacus, Kyriacus, marched into Egypt 100,000 men strong to put them in check as they cowered in fear. Here's the report now. Yeah, this is the report. Here, listen to it now. Then King Kyriacus, this is spelled Cyriacus, but it's also spelled K with a K as well. It says here, marched forth from the land of the Nubians towards Egypt with a great army, including 100,000 horsemen, with 100,000 horses and 100,000 camels. And we were informed by one who had witnessed it with his own eyes that the horses which the Nubians rode used to fight with their forefeet and hind feet in battle, as their riders fought upon their backs, and that they were small horses, no higher than asses. And when they approached Mizr, another word for Egypt, that they might capture the city, and had encamped at the pool, known to this day known to this day. Let me just see. Where am I reading? Where just messed up there. Known to this day as the pool of the Ethiopians. They plundered and slew and made prisoners of the Muslims, and they had already treated the Muslims of Upper Egypt in like manner. And the king, before he reached Mizr, had sent an envoy called the Aparch, one of the great men of the kingdom, to Abdul Malik, bidding him release the patriarch. But Abdul Malik seized that envoy and imprisoned him with the patriarch. But when the governor heard of the arrival of the king before Mizr, not having any means of resisting him and being greatly afraid of him, he released his envoy, the Eparch, from prison. So the latter went forth to meet the king, having previously made an engagement with Abdul Malik and sworn to induce the king to return with his army to his own country and not to let him approach his fortress nor besiege him. Now the Muslims were in the habit of kidnapping the Nubians and selling them as slaves in Egypt. So the king, after carrying off much plunder from the Muslims, led back his army because the Eparch informed him that the patriarch had been released and had been kindly treated by Abdul Malik, and himself bade the Nubians return homewards with his blessings. The source is Severus of Al-Ushmain, 987, History of the Patriarchs of Alexandria, page 145. Yeah?
Okay.
Are we there? Are we there?
Okay. What's that dude name again that you read first? The guy, Kamak?
Kyricus.
How you spell
Kyricus. You can spell it K-Y-R-I-A-C-U-S.
K-Y-R. Okay.
Now, what I find interesting about that is it's just showing you that at these times, these Nubians, these Ethiopians, yeah, they were the world power of the day. They were the world power. Byzantium weren't no world power compared to them. The Arabs were no world power compared to them. Nobody was the world power, but we don't hear anything in history about these people. These people supposedly assisted Muhammad, okay? Supposedly assisted Ali and these other people. We don't get to hear about them. It shows you that these other people,
you answered the question. Is the Ethiopian? That's why.
Yeah, Abdul Malik was subservient to them. He's like, fam, I don't want no beef. I'm sorry, I don't want no beef.
Yeah,
but yeah, we don't hear them.
Bilal was Ethiopian.
Yeah, Bilal was Ethiopian.
And the angel Jibril was said to be Ethiopian.
What form of Islam did they have in this Aksumite Empire? What form? What was they doing?
They were Christians.
Okay.
They were Christians. You know, everybody that we have to realize, yeah, Islam never existed as a religion as people believe it existed. Islam has been a gradual development throughout the ages. For example, there was no during the time of Muhammad, yeah, like if you said Islam and Muslim, they'll be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I found that crazy when I read that about them followers. Yo, how's that possible, bro?
You know, so a lot of it you just don't know. Like, you know, a lot of these hadiths, for example, like during the time of the caliphs, yeah, there was no such thing as hadiths, as these hadith collections, hadiths, and so forth. If you read the hadiths themselves, Umar said, literally forbid any hadiths from being collected and created. Okay, he even destroyed them according to their own narrative. There was no need for the hadith. It was just simply the Quran, and that was it. Well, simply the books of Allah. That was it. But somehow we have all these hadiths now. These things were non-existent. The Muslims themselves will tell you in their science of hadiths that during 661, hadiths were mass-produced. Mass-produced. Not in terms of mass-produced in a good way, mass-produced in terms of for political reasons, they were created and constructed for the battles of Ali, for the whole fight between Ali and what's his name? And Muawiyah. They were forging hadiths. All of a sudden, they were creating hadiths. They will tell you Muawiyah, Abdul Malik, and so forth. They were creating hadiths for political reasons. They were paying people to create these hadiths. Anybody that said anything favorable, for example, of Uthman, they will give them land and property and all these things here. They were creating a whole new way of life for people to accept and follow for politics. But anyways, right about now, I'm gonna have to keep it stepping. Okay, and I've said enough where you guys should be able to challenge me and say, Kalam, you're talking rubbish. You're talking nonsense. I don't believe you. Please provide the evidence. I want to debate you on this. All right. And I hope so. Like, I please put out those challenges and we can, share the fullness of this information. But family tree, I literally have to go. It's 11 o'clock right now and it's late. All right. What I will do is keep it running in the background for the next 5 minutes if you don't want to talk with each other. And then I'm going to close the show down. Okay. But if you guys would like to join the panel whilst we're off air, the link has now been shared. All right. So peace and love, family. I'm no longer going to be here, but you guys can talk amongst each other.
Yeah, that was peace. That was a peace build.
Definitely. You know,
was a
the
peace
brother
build.
went in.
Yeah, he into the Islam. He back. He ready for battle. He ran them off.
Exactly.
He ran them off.
They
Yo.
can't. They want to downplay the African influence. You know what I mean? You can't. You know, it's busting by the seams. You know what I mean? I'm glad the brother went in. You know, as far as the Ethiopian influence, that Cushite influence is there. It's all over it. And you know, John Baldwin in his what is the name of it? Prehistoric Nations. He said that the Caba is a Cushite monument. You know what I mean? On page 106. So you know what we really looking at. You know, we looking at our stuff. You know, it don't belong to them chicken shack Arabs. You know what I mean? In my opinion, you know how I'm coming with it, Rabon. I believe it's all black. You know.
Right.
People, you know.
Yeah, where you been at, man? You know we stay going live over there, bro. What up, man?
I've been in the bushes, man. You know, I respect y'all, man. I know the time and energy that y'all put into what y'all doing. You know what I mean? I know, you know, because I hit the books myself. So I know, you know, it's hella man hours in them books, you know, so I respect, you know what I mean? I respect you and True Story, man.
Yeah, right now we on the Aboriginal kick right now.
I know. I told you I'd be in the bushes. I came up there.
That shit is crazy with those brothers, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. Like
some of it, I believe some of it. I believe some of it got some truth to it, you know, but brothers, you know, they be going off a little bit, you know, a little far, you know.
They be going far to say that Malcolm X is fake and black, anything that deals with anyone who identifies with black and African. Yo, these dudes are saying, yo, there was no kingdoms in Africa. What? So it comes to the point where you don't know the history of black people before slavery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that's a block. And if that's a block, we can't even conversate. You thinking that people came from America to West Africa and did what? Like that's crazy, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you got 3 empires there, bro.
Yeah.
Not only 3, then you got one that we're not sure what it was. You know, you got the note culture there, you got that. And now we got science now that's saying some total other stuff about some people that have been there for a deem long. So it's like it's crazy, bro. I mean, so I use them as a tool, yo. Right. They a tool for me to teach the black history and Americas and what we did, yo.
Yeah.
Like when you go to say all these leaders we bringing up that like no one's talking about. So you Richard Allen, Peter Williams, and all those are coons because they Christian. I say, yo, son, like if you was born back then, your ass would have been a Christian. I would have been a Christian. We all would have been Christian because that's where the black power was at that time. You're talking about 1800s, 1300s. Who's feeding the people? Who's making sure you burying your dead? Who's doing that? They doing it. Today, I wouldn't be a Christian. No. But then you got to look at what's going on. You can't use today's time and look at it. You know what I mean? So I use that to work back. I just thought this was interesting. I was like, oh shit, you talking about that? Let me go see what you talking about. I said, yeah, I got something on this shit. I haven't talked about that in a minute though. So I had to go. And then I let somebody hold my book, that Hidden Origins of Islam. I had to buy another one. I never got it back. So you know how you have books and you have all your shit underlined and all that with notes in it.
Definitely.
I
Got your pages folded back and all that.
Yeah, I got a brand new fresh book I'm looking at right now, son. That shit, I gotta read this shit again to find what I want.
All your notes gone.
All that shit gone, and I don't remember that because I don't teach that. So that's something that was a personal thing that I saw the book on Sinetta first, and I was like, "What is that book?" So I said, "Well, let me get that book," and then I found out it's a whole series, and they just came out with another one. And it's dealing. That one is really dealing with the writing of the Quran, as far as like the manuscripts, what language it was written, and all those other things, and how it was put together. I was like, whoa, that shit crazy, bro. But you gotta have a zeal for that to want to like.
What's the name of that one?
Hold on, let me look at it. Because I have it, didn't even crack it, son. Okay. I read one chapter and put it down. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because it's 3 books now. There's 3 volumes. Yeah. Kalimbi over there messing with the Muslims, man. He need a team, yo. Them niggas is crazy, son.
Right. Yeah. They I ain't into them rituals, you know what I mean? I'm into the historicity, you know what I mean?
You gonna have to pop one of them niggas, yo.
Go ahead, Rabon. We on this.
Yeah, you gonna have to pop one of them niggas. They crazy, bro.
I'm talking like that, Rabon.
Yo, some of them niggas is crazy. Yo,
I'm not hearing you, man, but we can't talk like that.
Son, there's no way, son. There's no way, son. I would be a speaker corner, son. And the dudes want to talk to me. They crazy. I was watching that. I'm like, yo, son, like, we only talking about history, bro. Man. Like, yo, you acting crazy, like you about to blow me up or something. Nah.
Real fanatical out there.
Bro.
I done seen it, yeah. With the brother, I forget the brother name, the dark-skinned brother with the bald head from the NOI that be over there, strong too. I forgot his name though. Dark-skinned with
I forgot his name too. So one is called the critical reconstruction based off of contemporary sources. Is that one, and it's this one, and then the third one. Why is it not pulling up? It's just spinning in my thing, man. Hold on.
Based on contemporary sources?
Yeah, the contemporary sources of Islam. That's one. And then the other one is this one, but then there's a third one. Why is it not pulling up? That's weird. Because they did a whole series on this shit, bro.
Brill or something, a PDF? What is that? The first one you said? It's just the whole book. I got to buy the whole. You got to look for the whole book.
I mean, I have the PDF. I can send that to you.
Okay.
I like PDFs because if I'm teaching something, I can show it.
Right. Exactly. I gotta learn all that stuff, man.
Yeah, because I can show it. Hold on. This thing is taking mad long, son. Because I have this book. That book is in my my odd things and or what do you call that? iBooks. And that one is just staying blank. But it's 3 of them. What up, Tubby?
Yes. Are you doing your show today?
I'm over here with today. You happy I'm over here with the Brits?
You are a Brit.
What up, man?
Yeah, are you doing your show today?
Nah, I got some other shit I gotta do. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna definitely do it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, all right.
I'm gonna definitely do it tomorrow.
Hey, what, you see that? Yeah. Well, I just wanted to ask Callum.
He's still live. I thought this shit was off. I'm cursing and everything, bro. Shit. I thought he turned it off, bro. I thought you turned it off. I just happened to look and see the comments, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off, y'all. Peace out.
Yeah, peace, Briggs. I ain't mean it. Thanks for telling me, Asiatic. Now I know why you said that. I thought he turned it off and we was just in the back, just in the thing. Well, they heard me. They heard me, Terry. Nah, between the lines, I'm not racist, my brother. I just I don't like the way that moves over there. I'm from America. That ain't happening, bro. Like, I respect people's religion. If we can't have a conversation now, but the stuff y'all be doing over there, how y'all be, that ain't happening over here, bro. That's just my personal feeling. So I would not even be involved in that to even have those conversations because I know what I'm gonna do. And I'm not putting myself in that position. So all praise to Kalam for doing that, because these people crazy, yo.
Well, I want to know the Ethiopian time. What year?
Yeah, I have to read the whole book. Yes. Why so religious? You have to read the whole book. I didn't read it. I'm being honest with you, bro. I got the book. I read one chapter. That's something that you have to be into. That's something that I'm really that was an interest or a peak. So the first book I showed, I read that book. The other ones I didn't even read. So I could barely even remember the title of the book. I just didn't. It's something that doesn't move me like that. What moves me is my channel. My channel is New Black Knowledge. New Black Knowledge. You go on the channel, you see what we teach, and teach history. In a different time frame. That's why when the brother is talking about, I'm learning as he going on. What's up, Terry?
Yeah, you know that Ethiopian era he's talking about. What year?
What talking about the Axum period.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I put in the chat.
Yeah, he's talking about the Axum period. I'm gonna go look that up.
There's a lot going on there. Even in the British Museum, they hide it.
Yeah, anything to do with the Ethiopian, they hide it.
Yeah.
He said why PDF beat real books. On PDF, you can use index and jump half the book to only look at the detail you want to know about. Well, yeah, you can do that. It's good for that if you want to do that. But I encourage you, the topics that I talk about, which is I talk about the empires in West Africa. I show the intangible cultures and how they translate across the world, even in Britain, all around. So if you want to talk to me about that I'm well versed in. That's my field. That's what I do. Now, when it comes to this specific stuff with this, if I haven't read something in a long time, yeah, I'm gonna need that. That's good to look at. You need it. Yeah, he said he would leave on for another 5. Yeah, I totally misunderstood. That's why I was caught. I wouldn't be cursing like that because you don't do that on somebody's channel. I mean, I apologize. Yo, I thought it was off, Terry. I was going there. So you come in.
You might have to shout out to the UK abos.
You got abos over there too?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, son. You do?
Yeah, you have a few. Remember that if they're going on the path of the Indian, then that's an influence within some of them from the Caribbean and some of them that connect themselves to the mainland.
Oh, really?
The group and the Garafunas.
Okay.
Yeah, check that up. They try to use that lineage.
Okay. But yeah, man, the brother got a nice little thing going on. I'm coming to learn, bro. Something I ain't know. I'm a what? What's that? Check it out. I'm still banging on Islam though. I don't know about that stuff in West Side. I'm not feeling none of them jihad.
That guy that came onto your show one time. There was a guy that came on your show from the UK.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, he's an abo.
What guy? Which one? The one that you said that
when you and Seneb.
Oh, that crazy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bug out, yo. He disappeared. He never came back again. He ran him on the block.
He had an ego. He was going on like he won a trophy.
What happened?
I said he was going on like he won a trophy.
Won a trophy on what though? That's funny.
Hey, yeah. So, Callum, where you been, man?
Listen, I've been on my sabbatical, you know.
You know, 'cause I was just talking about Channel U coming back.
Hey, oh yeah, I was seeing something. What's that about?
Oh, it's back. Channel U is back. It came back beginning of the month.
I was hearing something like that, you know, but I haven't really.
What's his name? You know, Femi, the guy that does that film, the street film. It's a director called Femi.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's against all odds. Yeah, he made a film towards Channel U, and then they launched it off.
Swear.
What's up, why so religious?
And you know, I used to do shows on Channel U as well, innit?
Yeah, I know. That's why I said. That's why I mentioned it.
Mate.
So that guy was a big wig, huh, Terry?
Huh? So
he was a big wig.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't a big wig when he came over there.
Yo, I've got to go though. But I'm gonna leave it running a little bit longer.
Hi. That's your daughter?
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Is that the young one?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Big now, boy. That's quick.
Just. Hey. Time is flying. But yo. I listen. Stop it. All right.
Why so religious? What's going on, man? What you got? Why so religious? What happened to him? He muted?
I don't know. No, he's on, but I don't know why he's not speaking.
Because he's making comments. Yeah, I can't drop the chat of the link because I'm not an admin, so it won't go in there if I do it. You got the link in there. You put it in there.
Yeah, you just put it in the back chat.
Yeah, but he still got to let him on. Oh, he left.
Yeah, he was one who asked if he has to read the whole book. I was laughing at it. He said he was laughing at it.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, Asar's here.
Asar's in the building?
Oh, he disappeared.
I believe Kemet were the builders, so search for megalithic traces.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, peace, God.
Peace, can you hear me? Oh,
Yeah,
there we go. Yeah, I'm in the building. Let me
What's
tap
up, man?
to the chat. Let me tap to the brothers on the panel. How you been, man?
Where you been?
Man, college is ruthless. Ruthless. Me and Rob Bourne did our thing a while back with the Black Land debate. Then I've been debating on Solar Mind show.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I saw you on one of them. I said, "What's up to you?" You was doing something. Was it on Islam? No,
It was just it was just not that long ago.
couple of weeks ago.
It's Muhammad Black or White, Rabbi Lewis.
Yeah, that one. That was funny. Yeah, that was a massacre, yo.
That league is crazy.
Yo, that was a massacre, bro.
Everyone goes in there.
Yo, I ain't even watching no more. Yo, I watched his argument. Then I saw you showing the pictures. Look at why is he singing this? If his boss up is this, and what's this? And I'm like, yo, I'm done. I don't need to watch no more.
Yo, it's war in there, man. It is always entertaining in there. How y'all been, man?
I've been chilling, man. You know what we doing over there on MBK, man. I'm banging. I'm going the whole year on these Aboriginals, yo.